Here we go.
Suck cock.
Bedroom bully in the house.
Brad's having some microphone issues tonight, so apologies in advance.
Is having microphone issues.
Oh, yeah.
Brad's having erection problems. We got Lenny on the fluffer, and it's just not doing anything.
Yeah. Anybody that gets fluffed by Lenny's gonna have erection problems. Except what's the tranny's name we try to go visit? Jessica?
Yeah. I see there was a murder in her neighborhood, double murder the other day. It was on the news.
Yeah,
Boynton is the fucking new shithole.
they're all shitholes in every...
Yeah, that's bad over there.
No, man. I dismantled this thing. I don't know if people know this, but when Lenny was in the hospital, we dismantled this whole setup, and we brought it to Lenny's hospital room, and I said to myself, I bet when I reassemble it, just something is going to get fucked up. And now everything's connected, but the mic Brad is using, everything, I don't know, just not coming out good.
Hey, Walt, I'm going to film something.
Yeah.
Who are you giving that money to?
Lenny stole some meds for me while he was in the hospital.
I'd like to thank all the people that sent the Get Well emails. I was told that was a record by far of any patient in the history of that hospital for emails, and you maniacs do it, and you do it on a grand scale, and I really appreciated that, the messages, and especially Christina. I got a few messages from you. I liked it, and you were in my heart, mind, and soul for the holidays, and I had visions of...
You realize that's not the real Christina.
Bullshit. Prove it.
You
Yeah.
think it is?
Prove it's not.
I had visions of
Delusional asshole.
riding in a sleigh in the Bavarian Alps with you, Christina, and going to a nice cottage and spending a nice cold night together, cuddled up.
What the fuck was in your IV?
I know, whatever someone said.
Can you bring some home?
It was reality.
All right, any questions or comments, leave in the comment sections post. We're going to go over a lot of shit, so you can kind of guess what we're going to be asking the fucking madman. Refrain from it. So go ahead.
So,
Enough of
Madman.
Christina. I don't want to hear about Christina.
Oh, come on.
How is your health?
It's getting better. I've dropped all performance-enhancing substances, all of it. It may be a mistake, but it's just going to last a month. I'm going to slowly wean off the blood pressure medicine and taper down the blood thinners, regardless of what the physicians have to say, because I know my own body. And I feel that by February 1st, I'll be in full force to make a comeback. I'm training light now, and I'll go heavier by the week. With nothing in me, I'm going to crash, but then I'm going to blow up. And I'm going to be totally dedicated to becoming the monster that I could have been, should have been, by putting my priorities in the right order. Unlike Dale, who wants to turn into a ballerina and listen to be in the place kicker division in bodybuilding. And I don't think anybody gives a fuck about that. Dale, honest to God, you'll never win a major show because of your proportions. It's your God-given genetics. You'd have to make everything else so damn big, and you obviously would be 212. So you playing a 212 game is ridiculous. Your only hope is to get as big as you can in your other body parts. Keep your torso and midsection the same weight, same size rather, and dimensions. Otherwise, you're on a fast road to nowhere.
Dale needs to sit down one night with a case of beer and smash every trophy in his house that isn't a first place trophy.
Well, they're going to need a couple garbage bins, big kind that they drop off at construction sites for all those non-first place trophies he has collected over his lifetime. They're going to drop 2 of those things off, big dumpster containers.
It always goes back to Dale. I'm asking you about your health, what happened, and then you got to fucking...
Yeah, I had a heart ablation, which is a procedure where they go through your groin with a catheter, and there's a camera in there, and they go into your chest cavity with it, and they scope everything out, and they shock and burn parts of the heart to get it to put itself on a level that's not fluttering or ablating as mine supposedly was, according to them. Although my arteries are crystal clear, as they tell me every time, that's a good thing. Unlike Dale's, whose probably arteries are full of sludge from that southern food and those potato chips he guzzles down his gullet as a youth.
Is it a coincidence that when you switched from DNP to clenbuterol, you were almost immediately hospitalized?
Yes, it could play a part, but then again, I did some research. Clenbuterol can actually strengthen the heart.
Jesus Christ,
Which I was
that's
surprised.
flawed science.
Which I was surprised at, but
I was talking to Pollard a couple days ago about clenbuterol, and I told him the shit gives me chest pains, and he said, me too.
yeah, it's considered a beta agonist, and it has to be used carefully. Of course, the receptors
It's a
stop working
diuretic
after a while.
to some effect, too. It sucks the fucking water out of your heart muscle. You know, like getting a calf cramp?
Yeah.
That's what it's going to make your heart do.
It only sucks the water out of your heart or everywhere else?
I think everywhere.
Yeah,
Are you using that recently? No.
actually, I did. After the contest, I used Jay's, and it was.
Thanks.
I used a milliliter of that liquid, and it was so potent. I was like, no wonder
By the
he's.
way, he was using your half-used fucking mouthwash.
I know.
And I feel ashamed all your All-America hammer throwing and shot put memorabilia went to waste.
Fuck it.
That was sad, though. I mean, that's a keepsake, something you can show your
I
grandchildren.
felt really good after abandoning that apartment and all my belongings.
Everything got thrown out.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to get the Power Rack, which I'm using, and a lot of ammunition I got. I don't have a gun, so
It's old
I could
ammunition.
throw bullets at people.
I heard PJ went and got, speaking of guns, I heard PJ went and got his concealed weapons permit. Yeah. I wonder what he's afraid of.
Probably your big bare ass.
You know what? If I wanted PJ's ass kicked, it would have happened by now.
No, but he wants to kick your ass.
Why has he waited 6 months?
That's a great question.
When did Rich Piana croak? Because that's when all this shit started with Diana. I've been calling that guy out for months, and he's been silent like a little fairy.
Not anymore.
Now he wants.
Hey, issued the challenge. He'll get his lawyers to draw up a contract.
I'll sign anything that little faggot hands me.
There you go. There you have it.
Fuck him. This shit is so old, so last year's news.
Not anymore.
Where the fuck has he been?
Oh, man.
Maybe it was his New Year's resolution to finally be a man, stand up.
I think he was at some little gay fucking Christmas party and someone fucking busted his balls.
Think so?
Yeah. Because this shit, I haven't mentioned PJ's name in over two or 3 months.
Yeah, since you were on the podcast this time.
Yeah. I completely forgot it. When I'm not on Instagram, I don't even think about that guy. I don't think about homosexuality. This was last year's news. I had my fun with him at his expense, and I fucking got over it. Now he wants to fight? Well, fuck him. Come find me, you fat little faggot. 230 pounds, and you still got a little belly, you fucking soft fag. I'm 342. I could sit on you and crush you.
You gotta get your hands on him. If you get your hands on him, right, yeah.
Well, that's going to... I have to kill him in 45 seconds before I'm out of breath.
Well,
That's right.
is it a straight boxing match, or is this just a no-rule street fight?
I don't know. Like I said earlier, who the fuck shows up to a prearranged street fight? That's fucking stupid.
Well, I did, and luckily, actually I did. And the 100 guys from Plum back in Oakmont were waiting for me, and they beat up all the local bystander kids because I snuck back and called my mother, and she took me out of there.
Jesus.
I called my mother. Yeah. Well, they had 100 people come from Plum to fight. Pat Kinney supposed to fight me. So
I wouldn't be surprised if that little homo dipped into his fucking trust fund and has been taking kickboxing classes, and now that he got his little 6-week certificate, now he wants to fight me. Dipped into grandma's money, the little homo.
I think he makes his own money.
Fuck. You can tell by the way that fag acts and dresses that he's been a spoiled little rich boy his whole life.
So you said he kicked your ass in the 30s?
Yeah. Why hasn't he come found me? I talked shit about him over 6 months ago.
Oh man, that's a good question, Adam.
What's he been doing?
He claims he just discovered you. He just saw your shit, and I guess
Where did he see it?
Who the fuck knows? One of his
My Instagram is
YouTube.
Tech writers showed him. That's all.
I haven't had an
Jay.
Instagram in
Every old video that you posted on Instagram, whether you know this or not, it all ends up on YouTube. Anything we do, whether it's Brad's Snapchat or whatever the fuck, it all ends up on YouTube.
Did I ever threaten to kick this guy's ass? I don't think I did.
I think when you were drunk, one of your drunk friends, I think you said face. I can remember that a couple times.
Well, that's no big deal.
All right, but
It all started with Diana.
what does she got to do with it?
And then I got over that and completely forgot about the fag. And then when Dale went running to him, when Dale was down here like a little dick sucker, that got me mad again. So,
Your laugh is priceless.
you know, PJ said something on his little rant video that I didn't know people had been contacting fucking Dale's work.
Employer,
That is fucked up. That crosses a fucking line.
yeah, I agree with that. Family and employers, you can't. That's fucking.
well,
that's
the
going
maniacs,
too
the
far.
maniacs aren't cookie cutters, so they go beyond the boundaries. So
Yeah, you're right.
got to give them credit for that.
Yeah.
Hats off to the maniacs.
I've never even made one comment on Blackstone Labs Instagram or on PJ's personal Instagram. I stayed off his fucking turf. I said everything on my fucking page. So if he wants,
yeah, and it kept getting fucking deleted.
Yeah.
Why is that? I guess you can't speak your own fucking handle, page, whatever it is.
I've never been walking around his fucking gym or gone to his place of employment. So I don't know what the guy's beef is. Fuck him.
Well, he gave you address to blast. He can take you out.
How stupid was that? Now every freak in the world has his address.
Knows that anyway. Industrial part of Boca, regular building.
And like PJ said, he'll come out the door anytime to fight. He'll be fighting on a daily basis. There won't be any work done. Of maniacs from all over the world showing up on the fight.
He'll only need a 30-second break.
He'll be back in the black inside.
Yeah, he said, I'll run circles around that guy. What's he going to do? Come in, take a quick punch, and then run away? What a fucking little fairy.
There would have to be some stakes. What does the loser have to do?
That's what I like to know. What's the winner get? What's the loser have to do?
What does the loser have to do, and what does the winner
That's
get?
the next thing. But you'll do it.
We should let the maniacs decide.
You got no shame.
Hey, maniacs, why don't you decide to send me Christina Broccolini for a meetup if it's one of the stakes when Jay wins?
How about if Jay wins? If Jay wins, he gets to bang Christina Broccolini.
Wait a minute. She's not.
Is that out of bounds?
She's not. She's not for that. She's for uplifting people's souls, like she did me.
Brad, did you say that PJ's gym has a boxing ring?
Yeah, the West Busybody West.
Doesn't he train at East?
Oh. Doesn't matter. You can go to either one.
I see. I wouldn't know. I've never been there.
Right,
it's actually a great gym.
It's kind of a ring, yeah.
It's a good gym.
It's like our old world gym, just like it.
You scream and you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Got Derem Charles there.
Yeah.
Dallas McCarver was there too.
Yeah.
We used to see him there on weekends.
Now Alan goes there. The old man who visited me the other night.
That's creepy that some old man visited you the other night.
The one that got the sex toy stuck in his rectum. He goes there now too.
How'd they get it out? Just gave him that. They use,
you'd be surprised. People get Barbie dolls stuck
relaxers.
Up, Coke bottles.
Oh,
have you seen this in the hospital?
Yes, nurses have told me. You're not supposed to, but they tell me. They say guys come in Guatemalans saying they tried to fuck the neighbor's German Shepherd. They do that all the time in their country. we do this all the time. Yeah, literally. She told me that. No joke. More than once. They get bit up.
Why the fuck would you?
This all the time.
And then we got to go treat them at taxpayers' expense.
Guatemalans fuck their neighbor's German Shepherd.
Yeah, they do that. They do that over there. Yeah.
Shouldn't they be picking shit for the salad bar?
Find 2-foot-long tapeworms in people's rectums. They got to take gloves and pull them out and try not to break it. So you get it all out in one piece, 2 feet long. From a lot of you sushi eaters, probably Dale's eating sushi pre-contest, probably got tapeworms. That's why he's so damn small. They're eating up all his nutrients.
I think you need a tapeworm for your fucking gut. Take it down a little bit.
What'd they say your gut is? Do they know?
It's all muscle. It's obvious. It's all muscle.
Shit, Lenny.
It wasn't a CDs. They checked for that, or ascites or whatever. They said we're just extremely muscular. It's extreme hypertrophy. Yes.
Didn't they put you in to do a CAT scan? What happened with that?
Well, I flipped out because of the fluid, and I basically pushed a nurse on their ass with one hand because, going in there, that fluid was coming in where I couldn't breathe. And there's, if you don't want to do it, we can give you an ultrasound instead. So I said, stop. And they ignored me. They're trying to push me under there and hold me. I said, stop. Threw this little bitch on her fucking ass.
Oh, my God. The little bitch, your coworker, you mean?
Have you been sleeping with your CPAP?
Now I have, yeah. It's
you
great.
You got to sleep with that CPAP.
But I couldn't even lay down before when I was admitted.
I wear my CPAP every fucking night.
You have to, man.
I need a new one once I get it.
I forgot to pipe in when Lenny was saying he's going off the fucking blood thinners. I'm doing the exact opposite. I try and remember to take a few aspirin every night with my dinner. Thin my blood before I go to bed. So I wake up in the next morning. Novel idea.
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt your muscle or strength, you think?
How's a fucking couple aspirin going to hurt your strength?
What about a blood thinner?
Same thing.
Xarelto, that's a heavy hitter.
You know what my doctor told me to do so that he didn't have to put me on blood thinners, and I haven't done it yet? He said, simply go give fucking blood.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Because your body's going to make...
Richard was mentioning that when he was here.
Your body's going to replace the plasma first, because that's quick. So what you're doing is temporarily thinning your blood, because you're taking out whole blood. Your body builds the plasma back up real quick, so you wind up with thinner blood. He said that's better than any drug. Plus, you're doing something good.
So in other words, the blood
Some
thinners
little
are
kid
bad.
could need that blood, or some whore.
What about some third world, sucking the tax dollars out of us? Do they get our blood?
Here we go.
That's who's going to get it.
You love getting Jay
That's who's going to get it.
That's where
Nobody wants your fucking
Send it
blood.
to a third world country. That's who's going to get it.
They'll
send it to the
There is
ragheads.
such a blood shortage in fucking Miami. Our blood's not going anywhere. Sometimes they park in the movie theater fucking parking lot and get 2 free movie fucking tickets.
The bad thing about the blood thinners, if you even a little cut, you can't stop fucking bleeding.
Yeah.
Giving blood
Other than that, I don't think it's going to affect you. It's what do you want to live or do you want to fucking die? That's the
Doesn't matter.
I think
It doesn't matter.
If I live, I'm here with the maniacs. When I die, Christina's taking me into heaven.
This is why we can't talk sense.
Even if she's alive here, her
I don't
spirit,
care about dying.
her spirit is
Does
no.
not give a shit.
I believe in a great afterlife.
This isn't an act, folks. When we try to talk sense into Lenny, this is the response that we get.
Everybody dies.
No shit.
Dying is never to be feared. It's to be embraced and
because
look
you don't know
forward
it
to.
when you're dead.
It's to be looked forward to. That's why you go all out on a minute by minute, second by second basis. You go balls out in everything you do.
But there are living people who don't want you to die yet.
Well,
We enjoy your presence here with us.
we
we
don't
don't
want
want
you
you
to
to die yet. Your family.
all
probably
I
don't
can
want you
say
to
to
die yet
living
either.
is, I'll see you on the other side.
This is a fucking guy that said, I don't know, a month or so ago that you would live to 120. Now all of a sudden you want to die.
But no, that's at the foremost front of my mind is death is your constant companion. Philosophers have said that, and you are to embrace it. And to believe me, when you're dead, you're not going to know it anyway because
Exactly.
you'll be in
because you're
paradise.
done. No, you're done.
And you're going to
dirt.
think I miss that.
it.
I miss all that stuff.
Darkness.
Yeah, I think
Nothing.
heaven's a lot of propaganda. I'm not sure I believe.
If heaven was so great, everybody would be trying to get there as soon as possible. They wouldn't want to extend their life. To
I mean, we
fucking
used-
90 years
we
old.
used
Why
Christ-
do you take all those cancer drugs if you think dying you're going to go to a better
Well, that's what the
place?
Muslims believe, and they want to die. They want to die through jihad, so
It's
they get.
all bullshit.
You won't know
It's
until
all
you find
shit.
out.
It's all bullshit.
Brad, you can't make that statement. No man can really make that statement until you're there
And which you
in the afterlife. You cannot
Well,
make
he
that
does have a
statement.
point.
There's nobody.
He does, but
You
once
can't
you're
just
dead,
keep your mind
once you're
open.
dead, you can't come back.
Keep your mind open. There's nothing. It's a transition. That's all you got. And again, you're not built to understand it mentally. There's some things you're not meant to understand, like a God, a creator, whatever. We're not meant to understand it. To say it comes from, 2 atoms splitting together, that's ridiculous. Because who created an atom? We're talking about a complex being, a God that's beyond our comprehension. I don't think religion has a clue as to what God is or supposed to be. But you have to say there's one creator. And
religion is nonsense. It's
I
just
agree.
it's a fucking
I agree.
money grab.
90% of it.
It's a scam.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
Because, Jesus, he never asked for a cent, ever.
Yeah, and the Jews strung him up and fucking killed him.
And you know what? That was his
Actually,
destiny.
the Jews didn't. The Romans did, but the Jews sold him out.
And he accepted it.
Fucking Judas.
He accepted it.
If they wouldn't have put Jesus on a cross, no one would know what his name today.
True. Absolutely. I mean, he did the miracles and such. There's anecdotal
I don't believe
information
that
about
shit.
that. Yeah. He did.
If he could walk on water, how come he couldn't fly himself off that fucking cross? Give me
Hey.
that shit.
Because he did a cross for a reason, to show that pain and death is part of life.
I try.
Why would he want to get off the
I'm not
cross?
into pain.
Why would he want to get off it?
I like pleasure. Like
He did it to prove
food and
he's the
masturbation,
You like inflicting pain.
napping.
He's the ultimate non-cookie cutter. He went against the rules of everyone, the Romans.
What about the beard? That's
The
kind of cookie
Hebrews.
cutter.
Well, you don't have the barbershops today, the cookie cutter barbershops that Brad took me to, and we did a video of in those days.
When are you going to shave your cum catcher?
I don't know. My director says she wants to put a beard cover on me at work. She's talking about it.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Like a hairnet for your fucking face.
And I want to say, what about the nappy porch monkey
Oh, man.
and the debris that comes off their skin? I said, my worst, filthiest beard doesn't compare to that third world.
Would you do a tranny bukkake with that beard?
What's bukkake?
Where a bunch of people get around you and all come on your face.
Yeah, if they look like Lucy, a bunch of Lucy's.
What's bukkake?
Lenny, you can come to my computer after this and I'll show you.
You've never watched bukkake porn? I think it's a Japanese term. And they put these Jap bitches on their knees in the middle of a room, and dozens of guys jerk off onto their fucking face.
Yeah, I get the picture.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't know what it was, though.
He explained it pretty well. I hope you get the picture.
They humiliate those little Jap bitches.
Yeah, they do it here in America too on Ghetto Gaggers.
It's an oldie but a goodie. I remember that website.
Yeah.
Toilet porn is good.
Ghetto gaggers.
He's not making that up.
I can well, I shouldn't say that.
You should say whatever you want.
I can access.
You're
I hate this.
alive,
That's
you're
not
alive.
helping anybody. I can access full porn at where I work, of all places.
Oh, that's great.
But at where I either go Burger King or Polar Tropical or Subway, I can't. But at work, I can. Go figure.
What's the point if you can't fucking rub one out? Or can
Is that a Freudian slip, Brad? Does that mean that you jerk off to porn? Are you admitting it, Brad?
Well, what else is there?
Yeah.
Why else watch porn?
To get a hard on.
Okay, so what are you going to do with your heart on?
Is that a Freudian slip?
No, it's not a Freudian
So if you get a hard on, you run to the nearest living thing, whether it be man, animal, or whatever. That's what you're admitting to, Brad?
Man, animal?
Man, animal, any animal?
Female, women.
But if they're not available and you get a hard on, what do you do, Brad?
Female human beings.
What do you do, Brad?
Rub one out.
Yeah, sometimes rubbing one out is better than dealing with some bitch.
Well, try rubbing it out on Trent when you can't breathe.
Look at all the emotional pain PJ's put himself through getting dumped.
Oh, boy.
When he wanted to fight Adam Pollard, that's because Adam Pollard was laughing at him for Celeste divorcing him.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No.
What is she, nuts? Why would she divorce him?
Because he's a fruit cake. He wears pink sport coats and puts a yellow snake around his neck.
Shots fired.
This will be a good match.
Well, you know, whatever happened to that 10 grand that PJ was going to pay Adam Pollard to come fight him?
Maybe he'll pay you that 10 grand if you could whoop his ass.
I want it up front like he offered Pollard. I could use 10 grand of his granny's money.
And now that you're off the road,
Yeah. We call that in between.
you're taking a leave of
A
absence.
sabbatical.
Right.
That's good. So you'll be around more. We wouldn't even have saw you this week if you weren't in between.
Maybe we could film Friday and PJ could meet us.
Friday's good for me. I'm off, but I got to go to the doctor at 2.
You like to go to the Delray, LA on Fridays because you got to work?
I'm off Friday.
Oh, let's go to the Boca. That's closer for PJ.
That's fine. In the morning, though. What
Yeah,
time?
but you
got to
can't-
be back at 1 o'clock?
I got a doctor's appointment at 9:45, a follow-up from the surgery, and then I got to go to work. I got to go to the gym after that, then work.
Oh.
So, I mean, I'll be around Linton Boulevard.
Well, if Lenny's not there, who's going to save me
grab
from
you
the
that
savage ass beating
What
Philip
you
Drew Braun
could
is going to
do-
give
We'll
me?
work it out after.
Is come and get me at the hospital. I'll lock my bike up because the doctor's office is in that vicinity. Then I can leave my bike there and you can take me right to work.
That's fine.
After
We'll
bed.
talk about it.
But the honest for PJ to come in on his busy schedule, I don't know if that's going to work.
He only needs 30 seconds, so it takes him 5 minutes to drive over there, 30 seconds to whoop.
Yeah,
Jimmy's
but you
ass,
can't be doing that
and he
in
can go
public.
right
It has
back-
to be done in a gym or maybe the Blackstone parking lot, with
Oh,
spectators.
but then I could sue Blackstone if we did it on their parking
But that's
lot.
why he wants to draw up paperwork.
Exactly.
This way, he doesn't want to get sued. That's what he said. He'll have
And it
his
has to
lawyers
say it's
draw
for-
up a contract.
It's an
He can
athletic
also-
event. It's an athletic competition.
I hate to break this to old Philip Drew, who somehow turned that into PJ.
I like pajamas better.
Yeah. You cannot, any contract that includes an illegal activity, and assault and battery is against the law, is an invalid and void contract. You can't give someone permission to hurt you. Like when Lenny goes to see a dominatrix, if he can sign all the forms he wants in the world, they're not valid because you can't give someone the permission to hurt you. So I'll sign anything that little homo fucking has drawn up. It's an invalid and void contract.
But you won't sue him anyway. And you got nothing for him to sue, so what are you worried about?
He can have my 99 Subaru.
You got nothing to lose. Why wouldn't you take that challenge?
PJ should just be the bigger man and sponsor me.
That's just what he wants to do. Actually, you would get along with him. He's a gun enthusiast, just like you. See, Andrew took out all the weapons that you had in your house that day. But you have quite a bit.
See, that's the thing. What's so weird about this is I completely forgot about PJ, so this has kind of hit me out of left field. I haven't talked about that guy in 2 or 3 months. So whatever sent him over the fucking deep edge, he needs to go see his therapist and get his fucking anxiety under control.
I think him beating your ass would be his therapy.
Oh boy, I'm scared.
You can tell.
Well, let's look at the facts here. Jay, obviously stronger,
Fatter.
bigger, a lot bigger.
100 pounds.
Yes. Now I've seen Jay when he does his heavy max sets. He's like a raging bull. He can bring it, and believe me, I've been around a lot of guys. Jay brings it.
Lifting weight and fighting are two different things.
Well, tell James Harrison that, who happens to be
by
the
the-
strongest
by the
NFL
way-
New
player.
England Patriot now.
who's a
Yes.
fucking Patriot. How do you
And
feel
good
about
for
that?
them. Go Pats.
Yeah. Now you're a Patriots fan. Huh?
Damn, I'm a James Harrison fan. The Steelers fucked up big time. At the very least, they should have kept him on the roster Because now, if they make it to the final round in New England, guess who's going to wreak havoc on Big Ben? Guess who? Knows all our plays, knows all, Villanueva's tendencies as a left tackle. Guess who's going to disrupt
You know
Big
what, though?
Ben?
I don't think Harrison is going to spill the beans about the Patriots, about the Steelers' plays. He's a man of fucking ethics and character.
If it means going to a Super Bowl,
Well,
please.
like what's-his-face said.
Yeah, he might do anything.
Belichick is always looking for an edge. Are you fucking kidding me?
If you accuse James Harrison of cheating, he would fucking kill you.
I'm talking about Belichick.
Yeah.
The Patriots.
He was the one who told anyone on his team, if you fucking kneel during the fucking Star-Spangled Banner, you better have a fucking broken leg or I'm going to give you one. I like that guy.
Joey Porter was named most intimidating player of the year by Sports Illustrated. James Harrison came up with a magazine in the locker room. He goes, "You might be the baddest man in the NFL, but I'm the baddest fucking man in this locker room." And look at James lifting. He's got bedroom bully strength.
I remember when fucking Lyle Alzado challenged any man in the world to meet him in a dark alley.
Hell, he got the best of Muhammad Ali, in my opinion.
He did? I don't remember that.
Look online. He fights with Muhammad Ali in Denver, 1977. Ali was at the end, but Ali wasn't totally out of it. He was still competitive. He fought Larry Holmes in 1980, 3 years later, for the heavyweight title. Lost it.
Alzado took him 12 rounds.
Alzado took everything he got. And that's a guy that was just an amateur because he believed it. I want to see James Harrison playing with Tom Brady until they're
Alzado
45.
was also taking about 100 D-ball a day.
It worked.
That's all they had back then.
For anybody, any man,
No,
D-ball.
that Turinabol is way better.
Wow.
The East Germans modified the D-ball molecule.
So in what way was it
so
better?
that you don't retain any water.
Okay.
Perfect.
You don't gain an ounce of water on
That's what you
T-ball.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, the East Germans during their...
Is it an oral or?
Yeah, it's an oral.
It's an oral. Yeah, exactly. And my liver and kidneys.
No.
When I gotta filter that shit out of me. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you do get dry on T-ball because it doesn't aromatize. There's no water retention. But, during the East Germans' Olympic run, like 64 to 74, whatever, when their swimmers look like bodybuilders, they were all on T-ball. They had taken the D-ball molecule, changed a couple of molecules, positions, and perfected it. That was a mainstay of the East German Olympic doping program.
Didn't the Russians just win the Olympic?
Probably not for steroids. There was definitely doping.
Doping is.
Yeah, I like drugs.
Leonard's going through his detox right now.
Actually, it's just a receptor opening.
A receptor cleanse.
Yeah, so make everything more, because I think once you keep taking the same supplements, eating the same way, you burn out. So
I still would be doing an HRT level of testosterone.
yeah, looking back, but it's been over 3 weeks since I stopped and then started.
Yeah, but testosterone decanate, the real long-acting ester
Yeah.
that's in that testosterone blend,
Could be.
that's got like a 20-day half-life, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's weaning out, but I wouldn't give it much further. Just gonna play it tough, and then
You're gonna wait till February?
yeah,
Good.
I'm gonna wean off.
I would do half a cc a test tonight. I shoot test directly into my dick.
You're not his doctor. What did the doctor say?
Yeah, that's the last person I take advice from.
Doctors want to kill you.
No, they don't want to.
Well, they want to make
They
you...
want to keep you alive and dependent on all the drugs
Yes.
they get kickbacks for from fucking
Yeah.
pharmaceutical companies.
All right, Jay, an Instagram question. Do you believe that fat power lifters with fat stomachs are power lifters because they like to eat whatever they want and are too lazy to condition themselves? This is a question for Jay Masters.
Well, I don't know if that's really one question. I mean, a lot of powerlifters have been powerlifters their whole life. A lot of bodybuilders have been bodybuilders their whole life. How many people really cross over? So I don't think it's a matter of being lazy and dieting. I mean, I've seen powerlifters, not super heavyweights, but guys in the 198 and 220 class that look better than bodybuilders. Beat the fuck out of a bodybuilder in a fucking wrestling match. So I think bodybuilding's real highly overrated I mean, guys can build these real big bodies doing fucking cables, like PJ.
From doing cables, you think that's what it's from?
There's nothing gayer than doing a side lateral raise with a fucking pulley. I'd rather have sex with a fucking man.
Is that a Freudian slip?
That was a Freudian slip. Oh my God, Linda and I were watching fucking Law and Order the other day, and it was a fucking pedophile accident episode. This guy was fucking little girls, and they were talking about, what drives a fucking pedophile. This is television. This isn't me. And I was just so fucking horrified by that. I turned to Linda and I'm like, God, I think I'd rather fuck a boy. How could you hurt a little girl? Then I realized what I just said.
And you didn't have any in you when you said that.
That's a Freudian slip.
That's a Freudian slip. Yeah, I'd rather have sex with a boy than a little girl. Those guys need to be fucking killed.
Have any of you guys been following?
Well, that, I'm sorry to interrupt, but that
No,
boy happened to be Dale Chance. That boy.
I don't know if I'd rather do Dale in the butt or have him blow me. Now, PJ, I would definitely rather do in the butt because he's mad at me right now. He might bite my dick.
Has an angry girl ever done that to you?
No.
Let's see what you got in your bag since he's busting open his fucking garbage.
I got diet food, Egg McMuffins. McDonald's hamburgers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how fat guys stay fucking fat. Eating Egg McMuffins and double quarter pound.
PJ's probably spending a cool $100 right now eating sushi with his girlfriend.
Just get a tapeworm, PJ. Keep it up.
He'll cry like a bitch when that girl leaves him, too.
Have any of you guys been following this beef between Louis Marco and Greg Valentino on YouTube? You, Lenny?
Somewhat, yeah.
What is that all about? It's all I'm seeing on
Greg's
Instagram.
an old school. He doesn't back down from anybody.
I like Greg. I diss Louis Marco. I haven't seen. I saw a little clip here and there, but what exactly?
I don't know. I was hoping one of you guys could fill me in. Because all I keep seeing on these Instagram meme accounts are things about Louis Marco, things about Greg Valentino, and things about Dave Palumbo, but I don't know the genesis of all the beef.
Someone made a comment about me that I need to be careful and people like this Louis Marco will report your fucking account.
Well, he blocks everyone, apparently.
Oh.
If you say one wrong thing he doesn't like, he blocks you. He made his Instagram private, too.
Sounds like Dale.
Actually, not one wrong thing. If you say one right thing, like call him out for who the fuck he is, that's when you get... I stopped following him a while ago, man. He's got no content. He just reposts guys in their fucking underwear, bodybuilders, and then he critiques bodybuilders. That's all he fucking does. And films himself cracking open cans of fucking monster, saying stupid sayings.
Bodybuilding has really gone downhill.
It's a cookie cutter. Not on my part.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I bet.
What do you have there, Brian?
Andrew can't hide his stash from me.
Did you see the new little lighter thing, the red one? Yeah.
Tell that fucking word. Jesus Christ. You bugged me out. Listen to this.
You want to hear a weird story?
Sure.
You know those lighters? It looks like a gun that you hold in your hand to light a barbecue?
Yeah.
Well, I have one to light whatever I happen to want to be lighting. Anyway, so I was using it 2 nights ago. I've had it for a few years, and it ran out. I lit what I was trying to light, and click, 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 it was all out of lighter fluid. So I threw it out, and I figured the next time I go to Publix, I'll buy a new one. The very next morning, I show up to work. Sitting on my desk at 8:30 in the morning was a brand new one of those things. Not in the package, but just sitting right on my desk. In 11 years of my job, I have never seen one of those things in my office, ever. And there was one sitting on my
The
desk.
chef left it in there.
But why that day? Why the next day when the one that I had here happened to run out after a few years? I mean,
That is very
I'm not a
remarkable.
metaphysical person, so I don't believe in superstitious bullshit. I chalk it up to just a ridiculous coincidence, but
But that's like a millions to one chance.
right. Just I was kind of sitting at work all day, just staring
About
at
the
this
same
thing.
chance Dale has being a professional bodybuilder. But that is very bizarre.
Yeah.
And that's a message from somebody or something.
And I told another friend a story, and she's like, "Oh, it was a spirit that did it."
Do you think possibly
spirit.
all those third place trophies are a message to Dale to give it up?
No, it's a message to do better. Try a little harder.
What place did PJ get at Nationals? Anyone know?
He was a national competitor. Yeah, he was a freak.
I think his grandma basically opened up her checkbook and made him quit. Paid him off.
Yeah, if we see a comeback, maybe you've got a good point there.
You want some water, Lenny?
I got some in
I feel bad
non-breakable.
for the people that just listens 5 minutes. These two animals chewing like fucking cows.
wearing the headphones.
Well, Andrew, I'm trying to interpret that incident that happened. To the best of my knowledge, it tells me that
It's probably Christina Broccoli.
could be.
Yeah.
I like the mysterious of it. I've never met her yet. It just keeps growing stronger and
I like
stronger.
it when crazy shit like that happens. Makes you think.
But it means
nothing.
It means if God's saying, Andrew, ask and you shall receive.
He wasn't wanting head.
Ask and you shall
Like they
receive.
say in prison, you're only queer if you're receiving.
I don't care what those cookie cutter prisoners are. I'm not impressed.
That's how I feel about trannies. Don't make me gay. It's not like I'm sucking their dick.
I am. That's the whole thrill. But again,
Somebody sent me a video
they're women with dicks.
of Tony Huge answering a question about you and lady boys. He's into ladies too, apparently. Him and his buddies.
Well, like I said, once you start, it's hard, you can't stop. Because I was at a strip club and old Mike P funded me for some lap dances here, and
oh yeah, you went to
could have went to the back Diamond Dolls. Yeah, we got to go on a Tuesday. Much as we want to drink, as a bartender, but. I said, you know what, Mike? It was good, but there was just something missing about the whole thing.
Right, a dick and nuts.
Right.
Yeah.
Cock and balls
That'd be
rubbed
three
on your
things.
face.
Yeah, although, a nice Dominican, perfect in every way, shape, or form, dark skin, thick, young, feminine, but there was something missing.
She got you going, though.
She did, but again, I said...
Went during the day or at night?
Went during the day, best time to go.
Yeah, the lunch buffet.
The food there is beyond belief.
I've
Beyond
heard that,
belief. The Caesar salad was... the freshest, the steak,
the skeezer.
and
The
Mike
skeezer
P runs the
that
place.
asshole you were tossing in the back.
Now the
That's
Warlord,
the skeezer salad.
ex-pro wrestler, the Warlord comes in. He's a bouncer at 6 o'clock. And Mike said the funniest thing is he won't even look at the girls. He gets his meal. He gets his steak or his chicken breast, rice, and broccoli. And he sits and does a sign of the cross and eats his food. Doesn't even pay attention to the girls unless obviously it's needed.
So you didn't see him the day you were there?
No, he comes in at 6.
Is he all washed up?
He's 55. He's still a big guy, though. But if you remember him in his peak, I don't know if you remember, he's bigger than everybody. He's like 6'5", 330, literally no fat on him. Especially, they still show him repping 5 plates for 19. I don't believe it. Some fake plates, which I told him about that years ago, first time I met him. And he got pissed at me. He goes, those are fucking real, man. He goes, I bet it's 650 max. I said, that doesn't correlate. If you're doing 5 plates for 19, you're doing well at about 750.
I can't even. Yeah, no one does 5 plates for 19. Not even Mendelssohn or
Especially him with the long arms.
dickhead.
It's just fake.
So what's the update on Emma? How's she doing?
It's good. She's walking around with a walker.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kidney function is, I think, back to normal.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, I thought she was going to need a transplant.
I think she lost about 40 to 50 pounds, she posted.
Good Lord.
She said, down about 103 pounds.
No, like 143 down to 113.
Yeah, I knew she was in good
113?
shape. I knew she'd make a good comeback. Glad to hear about the kidneys.
Fucking waste anything. Why don't you just lick the fucking box?
Well, you had to. My father beat the fuck out of you. You waste one little pea on a plate. Beat the piss out of you.
Thank God you're not.
Be a great father.
Yeah, you probably would. You probably would.
Did Andrew Colora address any of the tranny business? Wish I would have called in.
Who?
Andrew Colora, he was on the podcast, right?
Not yet.
No, he's yet to make his debut.
I thought he was.
We need to have him come down here.
Oh.
He wants to meet you, by the way. He wants some of those bench
I
seats.
keep getting a question from some fans. They always want to ask, is it true Andrew Colora had a restraining order against Lenny?
Well,
No.
not that you know.
See the look on his face?
A lot of rumors floated around. Like, matter of fact, a guy that lives on my street claimed that the house that I'm renting out now was a blonde was living there before, and she went to the gym, and I used to stare between her legs and whatnot between my sets, as you normally do when I see a hot girl.
Of course you. Of course
And
you do.
my neighbor claims that this girl came over to his house. He's an ex-biker, screaming and crying, saying that Andrew Colora pulled up in his red pickup truck, which he still drives, by the way,
No shit.
broke her door down, threw her on the bed, had his way with her, and got up and just didn't say a word the whole time, calmed in or whatever, and then just got in his truck and left.
So he raped her.
That's what my neighbor says. This little rat bitch claimed that he did. No way in hell that happened. But my neighbor told me that he was all scared, and she was expecting him to do something. What the hell am I going to do? You see the size of that guy? He goes, don't come to me. Little fucking rat bitch.
It's a rat for
It's a
saying
little,
that
yeah, it's a
somebody
fucking
raped her?
worse than a rat. It's not true.
Oh, it was totally untrue.
Absolutely untrue. She's not that type of person.
All right, good.
You know? He didn't need to. Once he got cut up, he had girls
Sounds
trying to
like
rape
she was
him.
asking for it.
Yeah, she's a little rehab cunt. Little bitch. But hell, when he got in contest shape, they raped him. Girls chased him all around the Fort
I
Lauderdale
don't
Beach.
like that when chicks go to rehab and then they play Born Again Virgin. Fuck you. 6 months ago, you were sucking cock behind a dumpster for dope. Yeah. Now you want someone to spend good hard-earned money on you, dating you?
Then you get a job and you
You're a
accuse
fucking
your,
whore.
accuse your boss of sexual harassment because he said hi to you and smiled. That's about the level things are going, maniacs. You got to be careful. Don't even fuck with
File
them.
a fucking lawsuit.
The moment a girl, you can test a girl out, but the moment you hear any shit like that, be oblivious to the cunt. And chances are you end up getting anyway. Girls, if you want to get a girl,
Words of wisdom.
the first girl you see, you like, you work with her for 3 months, be oblivious to her. Oblivious. Don't even say a word to her. She says hi, say nothing. And she'll want you more than anything.
I agree with you 100%.
It's worked even for me. Trust me.
You shouldn't even talk to women in the
The
workplace.
more you treat,
I agree.
The more you treat anyone with indifference, the more you treat anyone with indifference, the more intrigued they're going to be.
Yes.
Right? The more they're going to be interested in you talking to them. And then as soon as you start giving them the attention, they'll push you the fuck away.
I think that's what Christina's edge on me is. She wants me so bad, knowing that she's ignoring me. That it just pipes up my obsession with her. So she's playing her cards right.
She's an attractive woman, but
Did you forget about all this shit while you were
she's
gone?
an attractive woman, but I don't think she's like in anybody's top 100 in the world.
Now she is.
No, she's a fucking B-lister, C-lister.
That's a cookie cutter list. I mean, I've seen some of the untalented skanks they have at the Academy Awards. Believe me,
What do you think? Is she a good actress?
mesmerizing. That's what got me involved.
No,
in
Lenny
it.
didn't have cable. He had 3 channels. He was forced to watch it. He was watching Mystery Hunters on a Saturday morning.
If you had cable, you'd never see that show. I never heard of that fucking show.
Actually, it was on the Discovery Channel 15 years ago. The live episodes, Discovery for Kids channel.
And you're beating off to a show for kids.
There's no beating off, Jay. You know what it is. I just mesmerize.
I have never masturbated to a kids program ever.
Neither did I. I don't masturbate to her in one shape or form. It's beyond that. Well beyond that.
How could it?
She's like a goddess to him. He doesn't want to.
She like lifts me out of the filth.
She's on such a pedestal, it's not
She's such purity. It's not even
No.
funny.
Would you lick her cream pie clean if a gang of African American gentlemen gangbanged her and all came inside?
Oh God.
No. First of all, that would never happen if I was there.
Well, no, because
Secondly, if she did meet me in person, whatever she said, I'd do. And I'm
that's-
against feminism, but
that's how you really show a woman you love her.
He's
Lenny.
like, yeah.
If you're really dedicated to a woman, you got to cuck yourself. You got to put your penis in chastity and just be her cleanup boy.
They say watching porn is like being. You're watching another guy fuck a woman,
No,
I like
and
watching.
you're sitting in the corner beating off.
I like to watch multiple men fucking a woman. What do you mean one guy?
DP.
I want to see one in every hole. If she doesn't have raccoon eyes from crying, it's not good porn.
Snot bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gag.
Gagger. I love gagging. Chicks can
Like throwing up on you.
throatjobs.com.
I love the 10 making me gag, if you know what I mean, if you get my drift. A 10, a dime.
Oh, you meant 10 inches.
That too. A 10 with a 10. A 10 with a 10. That's a good.
I don't know how he put a cock in his
A
mouth.
10 with a 10. How about that? A shirt. Which is Lucy. She could say 9, but we'll round her off to 10. A 10 with a 10.
Wouldn't you rather have that? Wouldn't you rather have that in your
Triple
ass?
T. Triple T, buddy.
With Lucy, I'll try it, but I'm not able to be penetrated.
See,
Have you seen Lucy?
no.
I'll show you when this is over.
If you're taking it in the ass, at least maybe they can bump your prostate and you could have an orgasm.
Well, I've yet to experience that. I've had fingers and
It's
stuff.
early, though.
Fingers and stuff.
Tongues and fingers.
Okay.
Tongues and fingers.
Okay.
The old man had the stuff that got stuck.
I had a chick finger fuck my butthole while she sucked me off. I fucking liked it.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Doesn't make me a fucking fag.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was with a black street whore. Put my seat back all the way, got on all fours, turned around. She licked my ass and jerked me off at the same time. It called a tune-up.
Oh, it's a rusty trombone.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know my terms yet, but it was fantastic.
You don't know
And
your
she was
You
very
can just
ugly.
be very graphic and tell us exactly what
She was
happened.
very,
We don't
very
need to
ugly.
Use those terms.
And I respect her for that.
I respect
She's not
him
there
for
getting
that.
welfare. She's out there,
Oh, it was a female?
yeah, with crackhead. Hideous.
A hideous crackhead.
With underarm hair and bug eyes.
Jason Genova giving a class and start.
You just got a notification?
No, someone just sent me a...
What's Jason's subscriber count?
I don't know, they were doing like a mass unsubscribe. Turn that shit off, please. We don't want to hear him.
You're giving me PTSD.
Who sent you that?
I'm not going to mention her
It's an
name
old
on
video.
here. Is it?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he called me up on New Year's Eve about 4 or 5 times, freaking out because there was a mass unsubscribing of his channel taking place. I think with all the missers and fit missers. I think they're the ones who organized it. I don't know. And he called me up. I'm going to lose all my subscribers, aren't I? I'm going to lose all 42,000 subs, aren't I? I'm like, Jason, it's New Year's Eve. Put your phone away. Go out. Go someplace. Have a few drinks and enjoy your night. Don't worry about this inconsequential bullshit. And call me again. It's going down more, bro. I had to talk him off the ledge. If there's one way to get to Jason, it's to get to his social media.
And they found it.
Do people organize it to really fuck with him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, he has more followers that hate him than like him.
But they still follow him. So that's the thing. People will unsubscribe, but they're still going to watch all this shit. Right. They're just unsubscribing to piss him off because they know how obsessed he is with his subscriber count.
You know, he's got followers that have never been in a gym in the day in their life that think he's an absolute retard.
Hey, speaking of absolute... No, I wouldn't say that. It's Kimbo checking out my bags.
I mean, when he first hit social media and started telling people he was a bodybuilder and doing a contest, that must have been fucking hysterical for thousands of people.
Now they realize he really is fucked up.
The thing is, back then, Jason was a legitimate underdog story. You know, he was the sort of impaired guy who had a true passion and love for bodybuilding and working out, and people wanted to follow his progress. And that whole aura of being the...
Dude, you're sugarcoating it.
It's true. He legit was an underdog back then that people pulled for. I'm going back 10 years, 8 years ago. Now, that whole aura of being an underdog, and that's all gone.
I was in 2 major car accidents.
Because he's exposed himself.
Correct. He did it to himself.
And he didn't get
no
ripped.
one to blame. Well, that too.
What? He sending me Rocky bullshit this morning.
Yeah, I got the same fucking text.
Now he's in the gym, thinking he's gonna
He's trying to win back the people who unsubscribe.
He's trying to be a motivational speaker now.
A day late and $1 short.
People don't know what it's like to diet down, bro. 7 months out of the year, bro. At least I had the balls to get up on stage.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
It's horrible.
His shit is unwatchable. I don't like him.
Dude, he could go to the Special Olympics and do powerlifting against real Down syndrome people and not win.
No, he wouldn't win.
No, fuck no.
He's lazy. That's the problem. He's got the frame to be a bodybuilder.
Kind of.
But he just can't. He doesn't know how to work out. He has no routine. He doesn't need it. And he knows it. He just likes to talk shit, get people excited for nothing.
There are a few people who like to do names.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's got massive ADD when he's in the gym.
Yeah, he has no kind of...
He's got the focus of a fruit fly. I mean,
When Jason checks into the gym and they scan his card, the first thing they should do is they should take his phone. And when he's done working out, they should give him back his phone because he's so obsessed with his phone. That's more important
And
to
the
him in
sauna.
the gym than working out.
I hate the fucking sauna.
We live in a sauna most of the year here.
Yeah, exactly.
Not later this week. It's going down to 37 tomorrow night.
Get the fuck out.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
The high is going to be 62 or some shit.
I heard it's not even going to break out of the 50s.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow night.
And so Thursday.
Wednesday night into Thursday morning. It's going to go down to 37 now.
The brothers will be in full-on winter coats.
They already are.
Where do they get them?
Fuck no,
From
you get
whites,
online.
bleeding hearts that feel bad for me. Donate to Salvation Army. The bleeding heart whites, poor blacks. Been hearing it for years. At the soup kitchen where I did volunteer work, I had to do it. Actually, it was a part of community service.
Probation.
Say, that was not... You didn't volunteer.
Court ordered.
Exactly.
Yeah, for
Indecent exposure.
an incident at the mall, which is similar to the guy that lost Governor.
The boy in Beachwood?
Yeah. Same as Roy Moore. He hit on a young girl at the mall.
You had to do community.
Well, yeah, because I didn't leave, and then they had to call the cops. I told them to make me leave.
That was in that police report, right?
Yeah, it was a little fabricated.
Were you convicted?
No. Failure to leave, trespassing, failure to leave when told to do so. Which they tell me, any public, they have the right, they can tell you to leave for any reason. You have to leave. Whatever.
Whatever.
Are you allowed in public parks?
He's not a registered sex offender.
Close.
You probably Google it. See how many times your fucking face.
I've never
pops up
forced a
and how
woman to
many
do
cities.
anything she ever talked about.
That's a good rule of thumb.
No, you got to scare them. You got to let them know things will get much worse if you ever talk.
Let me see if there are any questions.
You are a sick motherfucker. Love it.
I looked on the internet. I see J.J. Watt proposed to an 8-year-old girl. He's on his knees with a ring. Go to Google
She
him.
was probably in the Make-A-Wish Foundation. She's probably like dying of cancer.
Make a wish for that injury-prone freak. Well, look up online. Ben, it's disgusting. If you ask me, it's a Freudian slip.
Lots of athletes take little girls to the dance and shit like that.
Giving her a ring, yeah, so they can rub up against him.
Leonard, don't even.
As long as you don't come, it's not a crime.
How would we know that? I don't think J.J. Watt got his testicles broken. I think he's faking injury anyway. Oh, they donated $37 million to a bunch of fucking hood rats because of him? You know, and his brother's going to be.
All those people that got flooded out were hood
Is he
rats,
talking
man.
about the Houston flood?
Yes.
So everything's a bunch of bullshit, just like the Haitian earthquake. How much money did they get? Billions?
What do you mean it's bullshit?
All of it's bullshit.
You know, they actually work harder to get the homeless out of there than they did the other people.
Exactly. That's the dredge of humanity. That nature was just going to take them out anyway. The useless, blood-sucking welfare leeches.
Most homeless people don't collect benefits.
No, they got benefits. They go to the soup kitchen. They got have to
That's
have a health
charity.
inspector there.
Now you're bad-mouthing charity.
Charity? What the fuck? You're keeping them alive. They live better than we do.
Wasn't that an old George Carlin bit where he was talking about how the earth goes through changes where it shakes off the fleas and shit?
That's a fact.
So it's like these natural disasters.
That's a fact.
Are a way to, like, you know.
Yes, and the people that are
Mother
too
Nature thinning out the herd.
people too stupid to develop
Well,
architecture.
Hurricane
like in Haiti.
Katrina didn't kill any Republicans.
Exactly. That is so true. Can't escape the forces of nature.
So if you didn't know it was coming,
Just like those
how
butt
many people-
pirates.
How many people you think would die if they didn't know the hurricanes?
I don't know.
How many people you think would die if they didn't tell us hurricane?
Oh, like
Nobody. Did anybody die on this one? No.
But we knew it was coming. We have
stayed
satellites
put.
and radars and meteorologists.
You stayed put. Unless you get hit specific areas, which
There's
is
like
rare.
a memorial park up in West Palm where, like, from the 20s, over 100 people died in a hurricane.
Because they're living right on the beach.
Ramilius asks, "What are your thoughts on meditative breathing exercise?" Or do you even
I call that a CPAP machine. I let a machine do it for me.
You too, right? I've never tried any of that. Meditating, I can't keep.
Anything Asian is borderline homosexual.
I can't sit. How long do you have to meditate?
When I sit still, I like to meditate about Christina going on spiritual excursions with her through the universe that I can't understand.
Riding a fucking unicorn with a butt plug in your ass.
The unicorn has a butt plug. On his head.
Lenny, what's the best way for a 6'5" person to cultivate serious mass?
At the dinner table, 6 meals a day, every 3 hours, 100 grams of protein a meal, and a certain amount of carbs and fats a meal. Eat your protein first.
gram of protein per pound of body weight a day.
Minimum.
And don't eat carbs without a protein.
And don't move unless you have to, which means don't go out and play pickup basketball. Sit around in front of it on a recliner and watch sports or something motivating. Look at us on the YouTube, look at the maniacs. Don't sputter away calories. I mean, if you have to work, you got to fit that in. That's a necessity. As playing sports, you have to fit that in. But other than that, I'm immobile. You know, I sit on that recliner with food. I don't even move.
Well,
Yeah, but you're in and out of the hospital.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I'm on my days off or when I work and stuff. Keep it to a minimum, just for your necessities. And remember, you live to lift. That's the reason you're alive, is to lift and make yourself bigger. You put that as your number one priority. Obviously, your job and furthering your career is going to help your lifting. Trust me, I wish I had a degree where I could sit on my ass at a job now, make enough money to be able to ride to the Busybodies, which is the best gym in the in a car. But guess what? I don't have it, so I got to go the hard route, the stupid route. But I'm doing it.
Am I allowed at Busybodies, or has PJ had me banned yet?
I don't think he has a say so in that. You can go there.
He doesn't suck that owner's cock?
Why don't you ask him? Now you can contact him. Your Instagram back.
I actually...
Send him a direct message.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
He might answer you. You never know.
You know, PJ, I mean, this is just coming from Big Lenny. I mean, straight up, you got to realize if Jay gets a hold of you, he gets a shot on your face, you won't be able to suck man cock for a while. So think about that. With your jaw wired shut, huh? You'll be dying for that man dick.
See, now Jay's thinking twice because he doesn't want his jaw to get broke.
By what? Marshmallow fist?
PJ's got some nice, soft, manicured hands.
See, you're a nasty fuck. I could see you like trying to bite his balls and shit, and like eat his,
Rip his ear off and eat
bite
it.
his ear off, rip his nose off,
Yeah.
spit it out. I could see you trying to mutilate the guy. Ugh, no thanks. Might want to rethink that one, PJ.
Yeah, I could bite his tip of his nose off. His girlfriend wouldn't leave him, though.
Yeah, they could tell people he's Italian.
She's in it for the long haul, as long as that money's still coming in.
Grandma's, like you reiterated earlier.
Dude,
Fact check that one. I don't know. About that.
anybody who keeps lizards and snakes, you got to wonder about. I mean, come on.
What do you do with him?
You could put them in your asshole.
Hey, I'm calling the SPCA. That's animal cruelty.
You let your lizard crawl up your asshole through a paper towel tube.
You're speaking from experience, it sounds like. Jay knows all the little tricks.
PJ's very careful about clipping their little toenails so they don't. He doesn't want them scratching him up as they scramble to get out of his rectum. Just
your laugh kills me. You're a sick fuck. Have you ever had an animal shoved up your ass like a gerbil?
An animal's hand, yeah.
What kind of animal?
Porch monkey.
Oh God. Sorry, I asked.
Wow.
It's a certain species.
Demonetization.
A certain species of animal. Every city has them.
You would classify yourself as though.
Well, no, I'm a higher life form, I think. Yes, I know it, actually.
You have
right.
dirty footprints leaving your shower.
You're a fucking animal.
How does that even happen?
I suspect the dirt on the floor, plus when I get out of the shower, I got my sandals on, that watermark solidifies. That's very bizarre.
Oh, you shower shoes.
Well, I shower with bare feet, then as soon as I get out of the shower, because my plantar fasciitis.
Because I shower in Crocs at the truck stop. I don't want to get athlete's foot.
Yeah.
Well, I don't blame you. That's a public shower. But
Yeah.
the
It's just
shower
like at the
house
gym.
is his own shower.
But when I'm not outside, I piss in the shower, so that removes all the fungi.
Well,
You're supposed to piss on your feet in the shower.
because pee has ammonia.
Kills
Like
off.
for calluses, it's good to pee
And
on.
I
That's
tell
why
you
you
what,
pee on people that get into a jellyfish.
Yeah, the jellyfish sting.
When I diet, that smells like pure ammonia in that fucking shower. When I go on a
Have
diet.
you guys ever been exercising and smelled hydrogen peroxide?
No, ammonia, yes, but
Well, those are those snaps that you had, the smelling.
oh, the
You
ammonia.
guys ever put sun in your hair?
Sun in?
Yeah, the spray shit.
My brother
that
used
makes your hair
to
light.
in high school.
It's basically hydrogen peroxide and lemon juice.
Right, yeah.
Well, sometimes when I'm at the gym training, I'll get the smell like of hydrogen peroxide. And I'm wondering if it's some kind of fucking health issue.
Huh. I use it on my teeth once a week. I put on the
bleach.
toothpaste.
And your foreskin.
I heard porn stars rub it on their rectum. Get rid of that shit ring. White girls, anyway.
Bleaching their asshole.
Yeah.
The peroxide.
Would you eat a cracker with some dick cheese from a tranny's foreskin?
Lucy's, I would. Lucy, I definitely would.
Dick cheese has got to be about the most disgusting substance known to man.
Yeah.
Disgusting fuck. You would.
From Lucy, I would. Pick her nose.
Would
put
you
down
eat
the
her
crack-
toenail clippings?
Sure.
Sure.
She's very,
Fucking hesitation.
she's very sexually attractive to me. Extremely.
One of the creepiest things Lenny's ever said is when he told me that some of these trannies have very feminine feet.
Yeah, they do. It's very.
That fucking scares the fuck out of me because a man's foot is gross.
Some of them, they're so damn feminine. They're pros at being feminine.
So you've sucked tranny toe.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking.
Between the toes, every part of the tranny body, including almost all their.
Guy on guy foot worship is so fucking taboo.
I agree, but we're talking about girl on guy, and guess who's licking the open sores of my calves right now?
The cat.
Don't say Kimbo.
Yeah.
I don't think HIV could survive in Lenny's body.
Yeah, that's, you know,
Well,
ready for this cat to
I
drop
never
dead
took it up
anyway.
the ass, Jay. I mean, that's.
It's so fucking.
I wish I could for
Nice
Lucy.
knowing-
I
nice
wish I
knowing
could,
you,
but I
Kimbo.
can't. I can't.
Why?
Kimbo's gonna look like
Well, they're
Hulk cat.
their
tomorrow.
saliva is an
Shit
antiseptic.
bleeding out of him.
He's helping me. He's like better than my doctor. He's better having Kimbo than a doctor. At least he'll keep you alive. The doctor will kill you. This is how great cats are. It's like an antiseptic in their tongue.
Oh, Brad was right. Doctors try and keep you alive for big pharma.
Yeah,
Right.
No
And
doubt about
doctor's
it.
appointments.
In a weakened
surgery
state.
After surgery.
Yeah, I just want to get away from them.
Big pharma's the root.
Yeah.
Doctors, that's their god.
Well, money's the root of all evil.
Like doctors are like Dale is, PJ is to big pharma.
Yeah.
That's their god. What do you think about that, Dale?
Hey, weren't you supposed to work out with them or something?
Yeah, I couldn't make it in time.
Oh, so I remember you were saying that you were going, and I never saw anything about it.
Dale's part of the reason I stopped talking about PJ because he made me feel really bad. He thought I was trying to fuck up his sponsor. He had a little heart to heart with me.
And what is that sponsorship worth?
Well, fart powder goes for about $45 a jug these days.
A half-filled jug.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? What is?
You get T-shirts too.
Dale, what depths have you sunk into? I mean, what a cookie cutter, Dale. Come on. My sponsor says, I don't give a shit what you say. Keep going and let me know when you're running out.
Did you run through all that shit?
I use a lot of the whey isolate. I use I stopped using the casein. I'm off. But
Casein is for bedtime.
Yeah.
I'd rather have real food.
yeah, I was using, well, when I get up to piss, I'll slam some casein.
I go have a glass of milk.
Milk is a baby. Who the fuck drinks milk? Adult drinks.
Me,
I drink
lactose
about a
free.
gallon a fucking day.
You don't need milk.
It's a perfect ratio of
It's for
carbs,
babies.
fats, and proteins.
I love milk.
for size.
Dude,
I don't drink. Sometimes I'll drink chocolate, but fucking
chocolate milk is so fucking ghetto.
If eggnog was fucking available year round, I'd need a fucking.
What about strawberry milk? Who the fuck drinks that shit?
Porch monkeys.
Eggnog is the shit. Porch monkeys.
Eggnog will put some weight on you. That's a mass gainer.
Great.
So that has milk and eggs in it?
Egg yolk.
Wow.
You've never had it?
Never.
Next November, if you're still alive.
I've heard it's good with rum. I've never
Oh yeah, great.
milk and rum.
No, you gotta have it.
I've had eggnog. I've just never put rum in it.
Just half rum, half egg, some ice.
I'll try
Or
the
brandy,
eggnog.
brandy.
So it'd be
Brad.
like a cream liqueur. You're basically making your own.
I'll try the eggnog next year, and you can try the girl semen, which I highly recommend from a dime.
Girl semen. It's called female ejaculate.
It's called
No, he's talking about tranny.
Oh, tranny
Yeah,
cum.
I know what he's saying. Okay.
girl semen
That's
from,
not,
a,
that's not
from a
even,
dime.
That's not an even trade.
Nothing in the world like one.
The fans get all bummed out when I talk about squirting. They're sick of it.
Why is that?
They're like, get some new material, bro.
They want to hear about
Dude, I
trannies
can
now.
talk about squirting all fucking day. Till you've seen that pussy go off like a sprinkler head, you have no idea.
Like a sprinkler head.
It does.
It's fucking great. Are you gonna get your stomach checked out, Leonard?
Yeah, it's pretty much know what's there. It's not ascites. It's no liver problem. It's just hypertrophied stomach.
You know, the other day when I got done working out, I had a vein in my under the skin of my stomach. I thought I was getting Lennyism.
Fucking Kimbo's shitting in the corner out there. Look at that. See, he licked your fucking wounds, and now he's shitting in the corner.
Does he
When
do
he's got a
that?
litter box right over there.
Does he do that
Does the
often?
cat get dementia?
I think it's a cat's way of saying you're not paying attention to me.
He's fucking 14.
It's dementia. Animals can
I
get
can
dementia.
answer real quick with my fucking 44.
You might have to. Might have to put him out of his misery. Why is he doing that?
I know male dogs get a little
Now he's
gay.
pretending like he's moving shit around. Oh yeah. Look at him.
He's trying to cover it up.
Yeah. He thinks he's in the fucking litter box. Oh boy.
Well,
He's.
I need a cat that's potty trained. And a tranny that's not, if you get my drift. A non-potty trained Lucy would be nice. Pissing and shitting on me at will.
I am so not into feces.
You are a nasty fuck. You're so- Kimbo is suffering from dementia. Now he's gonna go spray Jay. Here he comes. He just took a good healthy dump right in the clear.
And there's 2 litter boxes here. I think he's saying fuck
He's
you.
being spiteful, yeah.
I think he's being spiteful too.
No,
2 litter boxes and he shits on the floor.
You might have to do a Chuck dump with him.
What's that?
Chuck had to get rid of a cat, so he just took it to the out west and just.
We have a great Halloween.
Chuck, you schmuck.
What are you watching?
Halloween party?
Why are you watching the Halloween party?
Somebody posted she's in the hospital now. You know anything about
Oh,
that?
because Jason had to take her to urgent care. Will you turn that on? Jason had to take her to urgent care the other day because he said she takes a lot of fucking pills.
Who?
Jane. So Jason recorded
What
this
kind
shit.
of pills?
What the fuck? He said pain pills, all kinds of pills. Why would you tell people?
He told me there was something wrong with her groin.
He said something about her back. They're 2 lunatics.
My kidney stones.
That could be.
Would want that on my worst enemy, Dale.
Jesus Christ. Dale's a nice fucking guy. Terrible bodybuilder, but a nice guy.
I wonder how he feels about them shopping around his nude now. Jesus Christ. He's got to be losing it.
Hey, it's only going to help his popularity.
Yeah.
I don't think that's his body.
Why look good?
No, because he posted something on his own Instagram of his coach catching him.
His what?
His coach.
His coach.
Yeah. Yukon Cornelius.
Right, and that they, I guess he put like emojis over his dick and ass, and then somebody just photoshopped a dick on it. Yeah, you gotta go to Dale's thing. I'll show you.
Dale hasn't let me follow him.
Yeah, he went to private. He probably doesn't think that that's the real
Yeah,
deal.
I chatted with him. I told him.
Dale, you can fire your coach. You look like shit. He's not doing anything for you.
I thought you wanted his coach to coach you. Didn't you want Cornelius to help you?
I wanted his wife to coach me.
What's your opinion on SARMs, Jay?
What are SARMs?
Exactly my question. Lenny knows what they are. We already talked about that on a... They wanted me to ask you, though. about SARMs, Jay, but he doesn't know what they are. I don't know what they are.
Is it like a peptide?
Explain it to him.
The theory goes it's selective androgen receptor modulator. Supposedly gives you muscle-specific effects without any effects on the prostate, like a super anabolic, but real-world research proof, I don't know, even as effective as just taking Anavar. But I could be wrong, I don't know. I've taken them before, but
It seemed I can't find that post of Dale now. It says post unavailable.
He must have taken it down. No, here it is.
That's not the. No, I'm talking about the one with the dick.
Well, they took this picture.
Oh,
You understand what I'm saying? They took that picture and put a dick.
yes, that is him.
Yeah, I told you.
so they had
Should
to.
have known. You had to know that was going to do that.
Yeah, you can't fucking post shit like that and not expect that.
Right, not anyone's going to
But that's, that's,
Wait a minute,
That's the hillbilly in him.
but that's a real picture of him.
Yes, that's on his own. He put that up
Hey, you can make a
himself.
career in gay porn immediately.
Immediately.
Make more money than ever dreamed.
Dale he had haters from the beginning because of the rivalry with Lenny. But when he went Blackstone Labs, he got what he fucking deserved.
What did he deserve?
The trolls to come along with being in allegiance with PJ.
You're gonna get trolls anyway. You put yourself out there. That's part of it. What do you think about the classic physique division?
Boring.
Yeah, fuck that. I want to. There's
Bore
somebody asked
fest.
another good question.
You want to see the freak
How's
physique?
it going with you training Jason? Because he did say you were coaching him this year. Have you worked out with him once yet?
Not yet. Actually, I've been ignoring his phone calls
Why is that?
because it's really pointless at this
Jason's uncoachable.
point. I'll shoot a few videos
Yeah.
with him, but like I said, if he's not coming into shape, it's just going to be another.
Yeah, Jason is uncoachable.
You don't have time to.
The only way you could help out Jason is if you moved in with him and were with him 24 hours a day.
Correct. That's what Andrew's always said.
Oh, yeah.
Kimba's
The
playing with
closest
this during
anyone
all
ever
these
came
shows.
to doing that was Adam Harper, who, by the way, is still going to come on the podcast. Hopefully, next reach out to me. And I saw a few people.
Hopefully next Monday, maybe.
You know, I remember a long time ago, I saw that video of PJ taking Jason grocery shopping and trying to teach him how to eat. I thought PJ was a cool guy. I don't know what
I
happened.
didn't see that.
Still is a cool video. You guys are probably grabbed a few
Could get romantic. Does he like Pinot Noir?
social media. Social media.
Yeah, but Jay, what if he
Yeah,
shows
but Jay,
up with his?
Jay, you went in on him fucking dry.
I think
you were, I mean,
I think I even fucking posted a video before my account got deleted that I admit I took it too far.
yeah.
But if you
I
go,
let that Diana bitch get in my head, which is ridiculous because I don't even know who that cunt sewer is.
yeah, but if you go out for a beer with PJ, what if he shows up with his pink suit? How's that going to look?
Hey, if he's buying, I'm in. I can get drunk on grandma's money.
Oh, we got to make this happen.
What, the fight or the night out?
Both.
Both.
What do the maniacs want?
They'll fight and then they'll go out after.
Yeah, PJ has to fight me first and then fight me after he drinks a 12-pack and I drink a 12-pack.
You think there'll be anybody in the mood for drinking if there's physical damage?
I don't think PJ can fucking drink. I think he's too into himself.
Well, he's drinking absinthe on one of the videos.
Yeah,
and
but that's something you
GH
do a shot or two
some
of.
GHB.
I don't like that.
Like Jaeger? Bullshit. I'm getting tired.
You like mushrooms, Leonard? You ever tried mushrooms?
Hate him.
You've tried them?
I don't care for him. I don't
No,
care.
hallucinating mushrooms.
Of course not.
You don't like LSD?
Never tried it.
I loved LSD back.
So did Richard.
I remember one time I ate a bunch of mushrooms.
Except you're on an 8-hour trip. It's like...
I ate a bunch of fucking mushrooms. Started tripping. Threw up the fucking mushrooms.
I did the same.
Scooped them up and ate them.
Oh, no, see, I didn't do that. Every time I've eaten mushrooms...
Because I didn't want to waste them.
Is it a great feeling?
Yeah.
You laugh your fucking ass
Yeah, you
off.
just-
Solid.
You got to try it.
You can drink beer like a fish, too. That's the problem. You're so good at drinking beer when you're on mushrooms, you wake up the next day like a train hit you because you drank 25 beers.
LSD, yeah. Or if you get an 8 balls.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about cocaine.
Why not?
Shit makes me gag. Like a big cock going in Dale's throat.
Those, you get those trips to make your whole mouth and throat swollen. Or,
Yeah, that isn't good for you. Look at Lenny. When you approach 50, there's some things you got to give up.
Yeah, blood thinners and blood pressure meds.
Jesus.
anything that the doctor orders.
You know, most pre-workout powders say right on them, not for persons over 50 years of age. You look at the fine print.
I don't buy any of that.
I like pre-workout powder.
I've been trained with that, but then again, I'm using lightweight. But so it's hard for me to go to the gym. That's why Brad came out. I didn't even start yet. It's hard to get motivated.
Plus, you had to ride your bike in the fucking rain.
Yeah. Unlike you, Dale, who's always in the climate-controlled vehicle.
On his knees in his boss's office, sucking cock.
How do you know his boss is a man?
Technically, I don't. Maybe Dale's taking the strap on.
Great to see you feeling better, Len.
Feeling? Well, thank you.
How many times a day have you guys jerked off? What's your record of?
When I was in high school, 9 times out of day, and Carla Dunlap was 3 of them with a Flex magazine.
You ejaculated
I'm
9
trying to read that
times?
question.
Yes, that's my record. 16 years
Dude,
old.
if I was going to try and...
You counted.
Matter of fact, I didn't know what ejaculate was. I almost went to my mother. I woke up. I thought somebody poured glue in my underwear. And I was 16 years old. That's pretty
That's
sad.
the first time you had a wet dream?
I was having them, and I was like, what the fuck? Why so totally? How'd this glue get in my underpants? Elmer's glue, the kind I used to use in school.
I remember the first time I beat off.
How old were you?
I don't know. I think I was in 7th or 8th grade. And I didn't even know that
You
it
didn't
was...
even nut.
I didn't even know I did, but it scared me. I didn't expect it. See, I didn't understand the whole concept of masturbating. I didn't know the point was to come.
Right.
The thought process that brought me to the point of trying it was like, I want to see what fucking feels like. So I got the Vaseline jar out and started stroking my cock, and I'm like, oh, this feels pretty good. Then all of a sudden, fucking semen starts gushing out of my dick, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
A big mess.
Yeah. I think that's what Jason needs to do, is start eating his own loads for strength.
Yeah, but Carla Dunlap, man, that was a magical time. Sneak him into the bathroom, the downstairs bathroom.
Of all the women you could have jacked off
What,
to.
in your house?
Yep, Flex magazine.
You know what's amazing is that ever since the day, and I was with Brad, ever since the day I saw her at the gym and asked her if she would appear on our podcast, and she said yes. Haven't seen her once since at the gym. What was that, 2.5 months ago?
I think she
Something
took a
like
look
that.
at the site, freaked
Right.
out.
She's going to hear the fucking language and be, I'm out of here.
I was going to present her with a nice
Andrew
bouquet.
told her the name of the podcast.
Yeah, I said we have a YouTube fitness channel, and we just started up a podcast, and we'd love to talk to you about your career as an IFBB pro winning Ms. Olympia. She said, absolutely. I asked her, I said, do you have a business card on you? She said, not now, but next time I see you, I'll give it to you.
She probably
I
left
figured I'd
LA.
see her, 4 or 5 days later.
Why is she so down on her luck? She's training at LA Fitness for $10 an hour.
No, she trains privately.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't work for LA.
I didn't think you were allowed outside trainers in
No,
there.
she trains by
She's
herself.
married to a white guy.
I don't know. She trains with
She is,
another.
yeah.
She just trains with the same guy. That's it.
Good
does
thing
a lot of
she's married to a
stretching,
white guy, or Lenny'd be all pissed off.
It's like, what are you thinking, marrying one of them?
What are you thinking, Marion?
I've never met someone like Lenny that's prejudiced
Haitian.
about his prejudice.
She-
Loves
she-
black women, but hates black
He was
men.
married to a black Haitian woman.
I like James Harrison.
You're just one confused fuck.
I'm not. Everything I know what I don't like cookie cutters.
No, I like James Harrison, too. I don't want him moving in next door to me.
I would.
I don't want him dating my daughter.
Do you have a daughter?
No, but I would.
I'd be proud to have James Harrison date my daughter. I'll
You
go
don't
on
have any
record.
kids that you know.
I know.
Randy Moss used to live. He just sold his house. He used to have a house where I work at the country club. And many years ago, about 8 or 9 years ago, he was fishing. We have these lakes all over the country club around the golf course, and he was fishing. And some of the, uppity, it's basically 99.9% white, they called the police on him. 4 or 5 police cars rolled up on him. Like, who are you? And then they recognized him. They knew who he was. And like, he's not a member here. He's black.
You
We don't know
kidding me?
black members here. In the meantime, he owned a home.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he knew they said that about him?
Crow. What's that?
He knew that they said that about him.
Oh yeah, they were standing there saying it to the police officers. Yeah.
Good for you, Randy. I don't like hearing your southern drawl on the pregame shows.
Yeah, his voice is fucking irritating.
Well, he went to Marshall. Does he grow up in the South?
West Virginia.
That's the South, basically.
Yeah.
Marshall is in West Virginia.
So what are you gonna do now?
Go home and eat and lay
I'm
down.
saying for work.
Oh, we'll find something.
You gonna stay local?
I don't know. I remember when I met Dale in Charlotte, and I know Dale had told me he wanted to do some filming for his Instagram. When I started walking over to his vehicle, I said, make sure you don't film my truck, because I didn't want these assholes knowing who I worked for. And it winds up being his work that the assholes fucking contact. Are these Lenny fans or PJ haters? What would you categorize them as?
Dale haters. Which are multiple, more than anybody combined.
Look at Leonard smiling about that.
Because Genova fans are different from Misfit fans. Genova fans are out there, man.
Why are you different?
Well, I have nothing in common with people that are into Star Wars and gaming and all that. They're not fans of mine.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
I mean, a lot of the guys that follow me are legitimate lifters who like to talk about, like, hey, what do you think of that? What do you think of this? I'm trying to get big. You know, they're, I wouldn't say normal, but they're not fucking introverted fucking freaks like Jason's fans.
Right. Well, you can tell by the direct messages. It's crazy. I mean, I answer the people that I think have legitimate questions. Sure, but you can tell the ones that are the trolls. Fuck you, bitch, or stupid thing. Yeah, give me a fuck. Come up with something good. I don't mind getting ridiculed. Be creative.
You just can't go over the top.
Well, you.
Oh, I did. Some people are little bitches and can't take it.
2 people.
Who's the second?
Dale.
That was
You
perfect.
had to ask that?
Oh my god, that was so fucking perfect.
Yeah, but you way fucking over.
I went off the reservation.
Yeah, I was like.
I'm shocked that the PJ that long to issue. Honestly, he should.
Right, it would have been relevant.
I think we should put the porch monkeys on a reservation in this country. About time.
We do. It's called In Between 95 and Dixie.
Well, I hope so. Hope it stays that way.
You're exactly right.
They raise taxes east of Dixie and west of 95 so that it drives them to that little corridor of shit.
The highways and the trains.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
That's what Linda's dad likes to say. They built the railroads, let them live by them. You know, I just heard that high-speed rail that goes from Miami to Orlando is going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
I've been seeing new trains lately. Brightline, it's called.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's the
I've seen
time
that.
from it that they suspect it to go if you go nonstop?
I don't
Well, you
know.
can't go nonstop. You got to pick
No,
people
because
up.
there's slow areas in West Palm.
Yeah, but
Then
any
you gotta
idea?
pick people up.
Any idea on
They
how
gotta have
much
only a
time?
certain amount of stops.
Going to O-Town fast on a train would be awesome.
We should have those here anyway. When I was in Spain, we took a high-speed train from Madrid to Barcelona. Went 200 miles an hour, that fucking train.
That's scary as fuck.
No, it was great. Smooth as shit.
They have a bar car?
Yeah, all
right
Europe
across
has
the
those
country.
trains.
Yeah. Why the fuck don't we have them?
It's a good question.
Exactly.
Because 8 years of
We're
Obama,
spending money on bullshit wars.
no wars bullshit.
I know that after World War II, General Motors bought up a bunch of railroad tracks and then tore them up out of the fucking ground so that they would sell more cars.
Good philosophy.
That makes sense.
That's true. That's true. Railroads are for socialist nations. Yeah, that's a good point.
But we're in a different economy now. Post World War II, you know,
Gets
one
have a
income,
family, yeah.
one income. You could afford in a family of 5. You could afford a new car every 3
That's
years.
why I love watching those old shows. Leave It to Beaver. The mother's at home cooking. Got that nice picket fence. Nice wholesome little league games, football games. You know, good holiday events. Going to church. Nice family camaraderie. Seems like a great time to live. You had good cars, good food. Got muscle men back then, steak and eggs, brewer's yeast, lift some heavy weights. You know, you had Muscle Beach. It was great. The women were women and men were men.
You know, a lot of the shit food that's given everybody diabetes wasn't available before World War II.
Yeah, the TV dinner shit started.
It's the refined carbohydrates.
Sugar.
S.W. Kellogg and Mr. Post
Don't they have to
with
load
their
sugar and
shitty
salt
breakfast
in the food
cereals.
to preserve it longer?
I'm not sure. But that food pyramid that the government tries to push, that's a death pyramid.
Well, look at your milk that you're drinking. Ultra pasteurized, double pasteurized. And
Well, our fucking government in all its wisdom has made raw milk against the law.
Well, there's protein in milk. If something is pure sugar or carbs, that's a death trap. No food should be pure carbs. Nothing, and that's the problem.
See, people of my mother's generation,
if you got rid of all the carbs in a grocery store, the grocery store would be like a quarter of its size.
And so are the people, and it'd be hard as a
well, that
rock.
paleo diet, the people just grocery shop around the perimeter. They don't go down any of the aisles. You hit the vegetables, the meat, everything around the
Yeah,
perimeter.
John Anderson,
sense.
Powerlifter Strongman, says he eats no carbs.
All the shit is
The
in the...
vegetables and shit are on the outside.
He says ketosis is not a bad thing once you're there. Key is getting there and staying there. Once you're there, he says you have smooth sailing the rest of your life. John Anderson, Strongman, look him up. He's a
And how do you
fucking
get
beast.
Zero carbs for a few days.
A lot of meat, a lot of eggs, a lot of nuts, a lot of salmon, a lot of vegetables. He says no starchy carbs and no simple carbs. He goes never. The guy's a fucking animal. John Anderson, look him up.
Yeah.
He makes fucking Dorian Yates look kind of fucking weak and small. This guy's he's fucking.
And that's being on
This guy's our
the
age.
keto diet.
Yeah, and you just see the guy's lifts. He's squatting 7 plates,
Fucking lose
dropping
your
the
mind
bar.
without-
This guy's a fucking
Lose
animal.
your mind without having carbs.
He says never. Once you get
Not
into
after a few
ketosis.
days.
So you can have it every few days.
No, you can have, once you're in ketosis, depending on your level of activity, most people can have like between 30 or 50 grams of carbs a day.
And that should come from
And
vegetables.
stay in ketosis. Yeah, because a cup of fucking broccoli has like 10 grams of carbs.
So for probably after you're on that shit for a few months, sugar will probably taste good.
You basically are breaking your sugar addiction.
You're going to stay lean as long as you're he recommends pound that protein. He goes big time on protein.
The American diet has made us all addicted to sugar. That's why we're always hungry,
Oh yeah.
Fat.
overweight, diabetic.
I'm looking
Lazy.
at two of them right here.
Lazy.
Thank God I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but that's because I think I like beer. Most people that pound beers don't like
That's
sweets.
not good.
No, I do.
You like beer and sweets?
Oh yeah.
That's odd. Most beer drinkers don't have a sweet tooth.
No, I do. Just don't buy the shit.
I fucking bought a cheesecake and a cherry pie for Christmas Eve.
Yeah, how was your Christmas?
Not eventful, just stayed home. I really haven't left the house.
Did you go see your mom?
Yeah.
For Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas Day. And I was there early again last week.
What did you guys do for New Year's?
My mom made a pork roast, which I don't like pork, so she
Well, that's
She
that
broiled
that
too.
old superstition.
Polish.
You eat
Sauerkraut,
pork or
pork
fish
roast,
on New Year's because those are the only
homemade mashed
animals
potatoes,
that always
gravy,
move forward, they don't move.
big plate of
Can't move back.
applesauce with cinnamon.
Yeah. Fish or pork.
And she made
Pigs
a,
don't go backwards.
Didn't know that.
She made a cake. I almost ate the whole fucking thing. I don't know.
I ate a fucking 2-pound boneless ribeye on New Year's Eve.
Oh, nice.
2 pound.
Delicious.
How long did that take?
A long fucking time.
And I tell you that Omaha Steak package my mom bought. What a ripoff.
Yeah.
It's too lean. There's nothing in it.
I
Did
keep
you eat
seeing
everything?
those commercials on TV.
That's a fucking ripoff and a half.
They
The
say
meat.
it really retails for like 150, but they're
No
selling it
way.
for 50.
No way.
And this
There's
podcast
no
is
meat in
brought
it.
to you
Sucks.
by Omaha Steaks.
It's like no fat on it. It's like
and McDonald's.
you got to have marbling in your steak. I'm not afraid of animal fat. but it's too lean.
Ribeyes are the best for that.
Yeah, this had filet mignons, no fat. They sucked. They had some apple tart in their dessert. What a ripoff. She got ripped off. There's no leftovers. Some potato souffle. It's a pure ripoff. And then 4 hamburger patties again. Too lean. Kielbasi, too lean. You know.
You ate all of it though?
Yeah, there was no leftovers. It was a joke on Christmas. It's a complete joke.
So you didn't get
On the
enough to eat?
TV commercials, they make it look so delicious
Yeah.
and colorful
The plate's small.
and juicy.
Well, that is the biggest rip. It's not worth half of that price. The biggest rip-off going. Comes in dry ice in this big package. You get all excited. What a letdown. I knew it.
Lenny, what are your thoughts on Valentine's Day coming up in a little over a month?
Cookie cutter holiday all the way.
What is?
I gave a girl a nice Valentine package of candy, money, a card, a giant 17-inch dildo, different lingerie, and makeup and perfume. And what did I get? She fucking grabbed the bag at work because she was working in another department. She threw it at me. I don't need it. She claimed that the dildo was offensive.
It kind of was.
It was all wrapped up
This is
nice.
for a girl?
This is a Haitian. It was fucking really sexy. That was, I was meeting her at Walmart. I would go in my mother's car and I'd shop for her kids and stuff, and we'd kiss in the truck. She'd fill each other up. And I was going to really live with her. She'd make me lasagna every day. It was delicious. And she'd have me over and, I'd help her kids with their work. And I was close to marrying her. And I thought she might have liked that. And a note on the dildo, this is for when I'm
Dildo
not.
was the deal breaker.
This is what you think about until we get married. I was going to have a white wedding. But, when she had to fucking show it in front of everyone. It was like right in front of the whole fucking workplace. Well, I could have got fired for that. I concealed it. I threw it in the locker. And all the black American girls said, shit, they wish they would have had a present.
Was it a black dildo?
No, it was a white dildo.
Have you ever fucked a Barney?
No.
Now, if a white dildo, if you put that in a chick's ass, it's going to show poop on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's messy.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's, you know what else creeps me out? Clear butt plugs so you can see inside the chick's colon. Not a fan of the clear butt plug.
You like to put the butt plug in and stare down it? DJ? Sick of him.
Did I send you guys? I might have sent you the picture of the
Which one?
where they opened up the chick's ass with the thing they use
Yes.
for a vagina exam. What's that called? Like a speculum or something?
Yes.
They opened up the chick's colon with a speculum and they made cereal. They poured like a box of fucking Fruit Loops and a gallon of milk in this chick's colon and they ate it with a spoon.
He sends me this shit
Oh
when
my
I'm at work. He
fucking
sends
God.
me this shit on Facebook, and I'm sitting on my desk. And ding! I watch a
Wow,
fucking
that's-
video at work.
That's bizarre.
You know, I
I did
sent.
see that one.
Did I send you the one of the guy shaking up the shampoo or champagne bottle and shoving it in the chick's ass?
Yeah.
That one's awesome.
Yeah.
Why don't you send me that?
That's
shit?
how Jay wished me a happy New
Or
Year.
is that through Facebook?
Through Facebook.
Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, you won't be on my.
You're not
Facebook.
macho enough for Facebook?
No, I haven't. It's for family.
Shatrice.
Back to the toilet talk. With these fucking animals.
I like a piss drinking broad.
When's the last time you pissed on a chick?
Probably close to 10 years. Between 5 and 10.
What about you, Leonard?
Well, I've drinking tranny piss and women's piss before, so and I'm allowed.
I've never been on the receiving end of water sports.
Everybody's different.
I did make a chick's.
Hey man, to each his own.
I was playing with this chick's pussy one time in my kitchen, and I made her squirt into a fucking Tupperware container, and I took a little sip of it. It's rather tasteless. There's nothing to it. Lenny would drink squirt.
I have, yeah, and I didn't.
They
want
have
to.
squirt bukkake. I like that.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Bunch of chicks surrounding you and squirting on you. Fuck. Let me get my bib.
You ever had a dominate?
Up 10.
He had a toothbrush shoved down his
And I
dick.
taught local street horse how to be a dominatrix. I taught them the finer points. They had no clue. No clue. Like I had this chain from my sled. Hit me with this chain. I can't do that to you, big man. I said, hit me. See how I'm getting hard? Hit me.
That story Lenny has about the black chicks having him tied up, and they're all sitting around smoking cigarettes and drinking Colt 45,
Yeah.
taking turns fucking him in the ass.
Yeah, I was chained by one with one hand. That Jamaican girl at the gym looks like Serena
Drinking
Williams.
malt liquor and smoking fucking Newports, fucking him in the ass.
Abusing this big ape.
I liked it.
Of course you did, you sick motherfucker.
She called all her friends over. It was great. I had a heart on the whole
Like a
time.
sideshow freak.
It's nothing I could do. I couldn't even rip that pause. It was in the foundation. It was.
I would have rather been fucking drinking malt liquor and smoking Newports with the chicks, not getting fucked in the ass.
They blew
Whose
the smoke
idea
in my
was that,
face.
by the way?
Her. She's a freak.
It was her idea.
Oh, yeah,
You
was-
just went along with it.
She was out
Oh,
of
that's a
control. You
great
should have seen
idea.
what she used to
You
wear
guys
at the
that
gym.
gangbang me.
She used to wear a black
I
thong.
thought you said you couldn't take it in the ass.
Picture
From a
Serena
tranny.
Williams, right? From a
He's taking strap on, but not
yeah,
tranny dick.
exactly. Go figure.
He's afraid.
Maybe it's I'll admit.
It was a small strap-on.
No, decent size.
He's had tranny dick in his mouth, but not his asshole.
Dangerous place.
I think I'd rather have it in the ass.
Is that a Freudian slip?
No, I don't want a dick in my
He
mouth.
said it like a chick too. I don't have any ass.
Well, I don't want a dick in my mouth.
Jay's got an open invitation out there for anybody who wants to come.
Well, if it's
fuck him
coming
in
from
the
a
ass.
dime, you do. Trust me. Everyone here at this table
It's
does.
not a dime if it has a cock and balls, Leonard.
Yeah, it is.
That's a fucking deal
You're
breaker.
looking up and you see this gorgeous young face,
God damn it, man.
big fucking tits. That's fucking bizarre. It's
Yeah,
one
it
of
really
life's
is
greatest
fucking
pleasures.
bizarre.
To have her talk in that feminine voice, suck my, trying to do the Latin accent. Suck my fucking cock, bitch. I love how sexy that looks in your mouth.
Ugh.
You
Hey,
big
look,
macho
look,
man.
The
You.
Spike Dawson just posted. Check that.
That is fucking crazy.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
There's your shout out, buddy.
I don't follow him. Who is he?
The Spike Dawson.
This is the first official mint of 2000.
Can you send that to me?
PJ versus
I don't know
Jay.
how to do that.
You hit the little arrow, but the little arrowhead. Spike Dawson. Why are you following him? How do you know him?
Never heard of
No,
her.
he tagged us in it.
Did he tag me?
I don't follow him. Just follow it.
I don't see any Spike Dawson.
When are you going to Jane's house with a Hitler costume like
Who? Jay.
I didn't say that.
He'd be a good Herman
It
Goring.
was supposed to be a KKK.
Herman Goring. He was the fat fuck.
Grand
Well,
Wizard?
you know, he's big. He's an intimidating guy, too. He scared the shit out of a lot of people. He's a big game hunter, World War I ace, right behind the Red Baron in kills. He famously snuck him the cyanide when he was going to get ready to get hanged at the War Crimes Tribunal.
hung?
Yeah, somebody snuck some cyanide in
God,
him.
I want that photo. That's great. PJ and I bonded together.
Your phone goes off more than Jay.
What is that, Linda? When are you going to be home? Hurry up.
I didn't know you got married, Jay.
Come eat my pussy.
While you're down there, taint.
Yeah, she's not. Thank God.
Thank God. I thought you liked that.
Licking taint? Taint is where all the nastiness goes. That's like a dumping ground. That's where pussy juice and asshole juice mix.
That from under cheese.
Oh,
like we get the from under our balls. They get from under the.
You got to remember, the asshole is a self-cleaning unit. Everything, all the waste goes to the outside. The cleanest part of the asshole is right in the fucking middle. Think about it.
Why do we always get to this shit?
Because you got to either talk about getting drunk, coming on a chick or in a chick, or poop.
What are we on this planet for?
Christina Broccolini.
I say coming and pooping.
The two best feelings: taking a good shit and having a good
What do they call that when you get a blowjob on the toilet?
plumpkin.
A plumpkin? I don't know if I could get
You're
a.
ready to fucking die after that.
I don't think I could get hard on the toilet.
Sure, you could.
I don't know.
Any girl that would do that has no fucking self-esteem.
Well, that's what's cool about her.
Degrading bitch.
Dunk her head in there when you're done. Clean up, bitch.
You ever put a note? We saw somebody the other day and fucked this shit out. Somebody's carrying around a notepad.
You ever do
recording.
that?
Actually, I admit I did in high school,
To the gym and write
but I
shit
saw how useless that was.
How do you not remember what you lifted last? How the fuck? Do you
Why would that person want to remember such an awful
Exactly. You
disgrace?
just lift when you feel like lifting. If you feel strong one day, you go a little heavier. If not,
Yeah, you pretty much should know if you're concentrating on your workout what the hell you did. You should have a pretty clear understanding of it. Unless if you're
Well,
delusional.
now we're fucked because it's the new year, and we're gonna have all those fucking New Year resolution assholes,
3 weeks to a month.
not knowing what the fuck they're doing, what the equipment's there for. It's just
Feeding for
What do you need a New Year resolution?
hardcore.
What was that guy's
If you
name?
want to do something, just do it. Why do you gotta wait till fucking
They're
January?
cookie
1st?
cutters. Exactly, they're cookie
Do you
cutters.
ever make a New Year resolution?
No, they're cookie
Exactly.
cutters.
Well,
What was
that's
that
like
guy's name again?
The Spike Dawson.
The underline?
Just all one.
Well, if you were on social media, Lenny, on Facebook, you'd see all the posts and status updates. New year, new me.
Oh, geez. He has one where he put a mustache on me. That's out of control.
That was an old pic of you?
Yeah.
New Year, yeah, cookie cutter stuff.
I don't see the picture that he sent
Does
you.
anybody really care?
No.
And then at the end of 2018, they'll say, "I'm so glad this year is over.
What's
Can't
the
wait for a
difference?
new
It's
year."
a year, it's a day,
That's right.
it's another fucking day.
What you should
If we
want,
didn't have a calendar, you wouldn't know when.
one resolution
what.
should be you want to be more challenges than the last year.
Exactly. You just want to have a better year than you did the last year.
I want more challenges. What do you mean by better?
What do I mean by better?
Yeah, more challenges and more tragedies.
Well,
That's
that
what
would
I
be
want.
worse for you. For me.
That'll be well.
Challenges are fine, but tragedy.
Tragedies and challenges are all the same. We're here for a very small amount of time.
You're right.
Doesn't really matter.
You're right
Everything's
about that.
irrelevant.
In the grand scheme of things, you're right.
Except Christina. She's eternal. The eternal
Glad
spirit.
you believe that.
I know it.
How do you want your funeral to be?
Just,
Do you want to be cremated?
no.
Why not?
I kind of do.
Because,
Fuck.
because,
Hope you shit your fat pig. You don't
No.
want to be cremated? Why?
no. Donate it to science.
Yeah, that's good. Do you have organ donor on your license?
No.
They would have let you die last.
Really?
Oh, he tagged the Delray Misfits. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, I guess Greg Valentino does live show here.
Aren't you guys tired?
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So Friday you at the gym?
I'm going to work out every day. I'm training like fucking Rocky Balboa.
Like Butterbean.
No,
Yeah.
that's Jason Stupid with the Rocky. You're gonna play this Rocky.
No, you gotta be
shit now.
Butterbean.
Yeah, you know what Butterbean is?
Butterbean was a bad dude.
So your Butterbean and PJ would be who?
God, I don't remember MMA back in those days.
Adrian Adonis. Actually, Jay reminds me of Vader. Remember that big Van Vader?
Yeah.
Put the wrestling, the headgear on him?
Yeah.
He's Vader. What Vader used to say? It's Vader time!
Didn't Adrian Dennis spray perfume on himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely PJ.
You remember him?
Vaguely.
That's before Brad's time.
No, I watched wrestling in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, that's PJ for sure.
1990, since I was like 12. Stopwatch. Fucking moron. Adults go to this trailer park and
Oh, God.
backwood hillbillies.
It's got to be big in Alabama.
Dale Chance.
Oh, yeah, North
The
Carolina.
Haitians like it too. They think it's fucking
They have
real.
no brains. They also like soccer and basketball. The no-brain sports.
Soccer actually has a lot of strategy. That's why it's so
What's the
boring.
sport with the brain?
Football. Big
Soccer
time.
sucks because it's
They don't score.
the field is so big and the guys are so small.
Basketball
If
is
you
so
cut
fucking
that field in
brainless.
half, it might be entertaining. It's just too.
Baseball's too slow, put you to
Yeah.
sleep. But football's the best. Hands down.
Constant action.
And you need a brain to play football. You know, those guys aren't stupid.
Some of them. Those are the ones that are running back kicks. Hey, just catch it and run like fucking Forrest Gump.
And the guys on defense.
That's true.
Those guys are weirdos, a lot of them. Like
Dale's
Dale.
built like a place kicker.
Dale.
It's the same size as one. Just like I bet you 90% of NFL place kickers would whip Dale's ass.
Hey, someone's got to get third. Without Dale, there would be no fourth place. Someone's got to come in third.
Coming back,
Dale does the nationals. He'll able to come in 33rd.
Why? How many people now?
Sometimes 40. Quite a bit. Yeah.
Is that Kadua now?
No.
It's a qualifier. Like you could qualify for it.
You got to win your class.
Bodybuilding's dead. Who even pays attention to that shit?
I just want to win her ass. Have a nice Diana could do face sitting as a trophy. Maybe somebody should.
I can only name 2 top pros: Phil Heath and that idiot with the ponytail. I don't know who else is in it.
Guy Green.
Yeah.
The long shit line.
He's not yet pretty much
That's the
retired.
only thing that makes him stand out. And he tries to. He talks like the fucking. I can't follow any of these idiots. They're just. It's
Big Rammy. You forgot
I
Big
hate when
Rammy.
people tag me in that shit. I gotta look. Even for a few seconds, they listen.
Big Rammy.
Fuck out.
Yeah, Dorian Yates was the last great champion.
Hard as a rock. Harder than Ronnie. Harder than Cutler.
And he wasn't a fucking homo. So many of these guys are questionable nowadays.
They spend their life admiring other men and other men's physiques and underwear. How could you obsess over that?
You know, in the
That's
ninth,
why I think Louis Marco gets killed too, because it's like, what are you obsessing over? You're obsessing over guys in their fucking underwear.
you know, in the 1960s,
Who gives a shit?
the YMCA was
What is so impressive about that shit? I don't.
the YMCA used to be loaded with homos, and in the 60s, that was one of the only places that had free weights. So those were the guys in the fucking shower room, oiling up the bodybuilders.
Oh, yeah.
Let me give you a rub down.
Not only that, all it is who can handle the most drugs.
Who cannot get sick?
And genetically, who has the smallest waist joints? That's not conducive to athletic performance. Lee Haney kept breaking his legs playing football, but he wanted bodybuilding, small joints. Flex Wheeler.
Their bodies really aren't built to have muscle.
Yeah, but when they do, it's freaky.
Right.
Yeah, but your best bodybuilders are still mesomorphs. They're not ectomorphs.
Nowadays, yeah. I consider Big Rammy the best bodybuilder on the planet. He should have won the Olympia last year. Much bigger than Phil Heath.
Oh, no doubt.
More symmetrical, harder, you know.
He's so young, though, that how much of that is synthol?
A lot, but he's doing the right thing in the right way. Using it correctly. You know, if it's unnoticeable, good for him.
I don't know, but that's the one video I love where Boston Lloyd spills the beans about the truth about synthol.
I like Boston.
He spills the fucking beans.
He's one of the few I can watch stand. He doesn't sugarcoat.
And he told the truth about synthol.
He's not a dick rub.
I wish we could fucking ban synthol somehow. Because when you see these guys in real life out of season, they're nothing. Well, I wouldn't say they're nothing, but they don't look like they do on stage. Jay Cutler wasn't impressive out of season. Just looked like a little short, pudgy guy like Dale.
Like Jason.
Yeah.
Well, so what's the final word, Jay, on PJ?
Anytime.
Yeah,
any
bring
place.
it. Bring it, homo.
You heard it here first, maniacs.
Get the papers.
Yeah, get your lawyer on it, Dick Brain.
And there you have it.
What do you think about that, Dale?
I'll do your old lady next to your dead body.
Oh, my God.
Don't worry, Dale. Your sponsorship will still be valid. Somebody
Don't
else will
say it
take
on
over the
Instagram
company.
and your shit's getting deleted,
Yeah.
please. Be a little bit more, you know.
Just think, Dale, your boss could actually get embarrassed
What?
in more ways than one.
Oh, that boss.
Oh, Dale, that's right. Dale's got many bosses. He has many leashes, too. Puts on a different leash for each boss.
The cock is his master.
Well, not in that fucking Photoshop picture.
No, I didn't say his cock.
I still can't believe he uploaded.
He had to
Not
have
even
known
think-
that was
he
going
had
to
to know.
happen.
He had to.
He just sets himself up. But now his Instagram is a private. It's a private.
Yeah, Dale won't even let me follow him, the little homo.
He gave the trolls a bounce for a layup.
Yeah.
That's it.
So who gets to follow Dale? An inner circle of homos?
Let me see your phone. I'm going to download you. So you like
No, I don't want Snapchat.
They won't report your flag or take you down. When your Instagram.
None of
gets
our people
deleted-
are on Snapchat.
Oh, yes, they are. They're all over it. They send you some good shit. Lenny watches it. He likes it.
Yeah.
I don't want
It's easy. Give me your
No,
phone. Quit being a stubborn old
I don't
man.
want Snapchat.
Oh, my.
He's trying to get me to get it too. I won't do
It's
it.
just fucking macho bullshit. It's entertaining. You'd like it. And they're quick. It's easy.
That's why I like the Instagram Live. Fucking hour.
Yeah, you can go for a whole hour and they cut you off. But you can't be going on there when you're drunk.
No.
That's the key. If you stay off it while you're drunk, you'll be all right.
Well, and you can't make racist remarks, homophobic remarks.
You got to do everything in like a roundabout way. You got to learn how to word the shit different, so everybody knows what you're saying.
Right,
You're
like
not
if you
really
want to
saying-
refer to a homosexual, you say pillow biter.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Think about it. As you're having that cock enter your ass, you need something to bite on.
That's an old one, pillow biter.
Lenny's got the outdated racist remarks.
Never heard of a pillow bite.
I remember my freshman year at University of Connecticut. We had a.
You shoved the M80 up a cat's ass.
Fuck you. They had members of the gay student union come to our whole dorm complex, like a few hundred guys, to kind of speak to us about tolerance on the campus and how it's bad to tolerance for gay people and all that. So one of the members of the gay student union, he said, "Okay, everyone, I'm going to start out by asking some of you, what are some of the most derogatory terms some of you have ever heard used for homosexuals?" So the floor I lived on, it was called the Jungle. The name of my dorm was called McConaughey Hall. It was in a place in Yukon called the Jungle. It was like Animal House, the movie Animal House, the biggest bunch of fuck ups and degenerates. So one by one, we're all like, Duke of Dirt Road, His Highness of the Hershey Highway, Earl of Anal Entry. And like one by one, we kept like ringing off. And the guy's like, "Oh God, enough, I don't want to hear anymore." He got all pissed off. It was great.
What does he expect?
He asked the wrong people. It was great. He got so pissed off because after like the 10th one.
Good, you gave him what he deserved.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, gays and blacks have the most derogatory remarks or
For themselves.
They're the most
Absolutely.
sensitive, childish cookie cutters, in other words. If you don't react to it, the comments stop.
It's turned into black privilege.
A lot of homos have a really fucking good sense of humor.
They pull that race card whenever something's not going.
That doesn't fly with me.
Yeah, well,
Never has, never will. I told my boss that when I was a supervisor. He told, that girl's going to accuse you of racist. And I said, you know what? That might fly with you, but the buck stops here. I said, that shit don't fly with me.
You gotta hold everybody. Well, it doesn't matter what.
Yeah. I said, first of all, they don't even know who the hell their father is.
Oh,
So don't tell me
accountable.
Don't tell me you know what race you are. You don't even know who your father is. Like, well,
Jesus.
wager a bet. I want to hear that shit. Intimidated by that shit.
All you have to do is say the word discrimination or discrimination suit, and immediately people will withdraw. Be part of that.
That's why Walmart is such a clusterfuck, because the managers are afraid of their employees.
That's why I can't go to that store. Anytime you need help, they're back there playing video games or just.
They don't have an answer. Hey, can you ask them where some good luck?
You got women with 4-inch fucking fingernails that are supposed to be stocking shelves.
Just talk about a shit show. When you go there used to be I don't know if it was a YouTube channel, if it's still there, or one of the Instagrams.
People of Walmart. It's a website.
Yeah. Oh, okay, it's a website. Yeah.
It's got some great pictures.
And it's so fucking true. Around the whole country, you go in there, wearing their fucking pajamas and like a leather jacket with.
Are you
pajamas
referring to
on.
PJ Braun with that comment?
No.
You discriminating against PJ?
Oh, pajamas. I didn't realize. No, but you know what you've seen this. I've been in there. I remember one time I went there.
You got to go there early in the morning.
It was like midnight, and they had their kids. It was a fucking school night. There's like 3 kids in the car.
Look what they did to me.
What did they do?
Gave me a mustache.
You didn't have a mustache in that
Fuck
picture?
no.
Are you sure?
It's like Tom Selleck.
I've seen that picture before with a mustache.
Freddie Mercury.
A fat fucking.
It does,
yeah.
like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look real. That's your gay for
that's-
pay pick
yeah,
right there.
Definitely.
Look at those traps and delts. Fantastic.
You were losing your hair a lot back then.
I don't
How long
remember
ago was
posting a picture of a fucking mustache.
Yeah, I saw that picture many times.
With the mustache?
Yes. Yes.
Who would have come?
Somebody-
It's on Christina Broccolini's website.
Somebody posted the video. I think it was Fat Fucking Lenny that posted a video today of Jay doing 405.
Oh, yeah,
He
I
had
saw
that
it.
fucking that shaved shit.
Oh,
on his,
yeah.
that shaved mullet.
Yeah, he had the Mark Gastineau. Yeah,
The Nasty Boys.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh my god.
The trailer
That was
fucking
great.
trash.
He's back and ready to eat your cream pies.
He ran and puked afterwards.
Hello?
Hey, are you still up there?
Yeah, you're live on the podcast as we speak. I got you on speaker. Say hi to the fans.
That's fucking bullshit.
Tell everybody across America what you want done to your butthole.
Jay's not there.
She's about to say, "Don't come home."
Don't worry, Jay. I have a spare bedroom for you
Let's
tonight.
talk about it.
Don't talk about it. Just do it.
Don't talk about it.
Right. Rule number 1.
She sounds all liquored up.
Don't
Jay.
talk about it.
She's definitely
She's
ready.
waiting for you to come
All
home.
right, I'll be on my way shortly.
Yeah, she's
I'm
slammed.
bored.
You'll definitely be able to do whatever you
God,
want.
I
to
tricked her again.
Jesus Christ! Did you hear her?
She's not drinking. I asked her today. I tricked her real good. I said, "Would you rather get?" I said, "Would you rather get spanked with a wiffle ball bat or fucked with one?" She's like, "Oh, definitely fucked with one."
Good girl. I'm gonna keep you.
Dude, the one time I got her really good, I think I told you guys this story, but it's still fucking so funny. Someone hacked her Facebook and posted a picture of a donkey fucking a chick in the ass. And I said, "Oh, that's way too big for your ass. You'd rather have that in your pussy." She's like, "Yeah." You can trick chicks so easy with the way you phrase shit.
Oh wow! Now she's pissed at you.
It looks like it's Tom Tassellis, that crazy cop from Quebec. Does that guy follow you?
Hey, Quebec. What's the update on Christina?
She lives. I showed
Tom?
you last time you posted something. She lives in New York City.
Years ago she did. No, that's not necessarily there. She may be back home for the
Why can't
holidays.
they find this bitch?
I don't know.
I
Hey.
really don't understand it.
Goddess.
Why can't they find your goddess?
Goddess.
There's no
Tom
fucking
from
way I
Quebec,
posted
come
that
on.
picture with a mustache.
Where's the connections?
She doesn't want to be, especially
Check
by anybody that knows.
Is she
us.
doing a stage plays?
I might have Instagrammed that a long time ago just to be fucking ridiculous, and then finished shaving. I never wore a mustache.
Shaved his beard and took a picture of.
No, I don't remember watching that, but
Were you stroking yourself?
Fuck
Oh, we about to wrap? I'm tired. I got heartburn. Need a glass of milk.
you got heartburn. Egg McMuffins.
With no milk.
Milk can give you heartburn.
Fuck that.
It coats the stomach. It's good to eat when you're eating hot sauce.
Well, yeah, when something's.
There's no Nate ate like a 96-ounce steak. Dude, that's over 5 pounds.
He filmed something. Didn't he go challenge somewhere in Orlando or some shit?
Because I was telling him that there's a place in Texas that has a 72-ouncer, and if you have to eat the potato, the roll, and the salad, and it's like $70. And if you eat the whole meal in an hour, it's free. They'll credit your credit card.
I'd rather not eat all that. Pay it. Have some leftovers for a couple days.
Yeah, he said, yeah, I've heard of that. That's a famous challenge, but that's not as big as the 96-ouncer I ate in Orlando.
Looking forward to duplicating that once I get that bullet train ready.
The what?
Then I can see my ex-Haitian.
Dude, the poop I took the day after eating that 2-pound ribeye, I'm not eating any more than 2 pounds.
Was it hard to come out?
It was big, round.
So you tore your ass?
A little bit. It didn't
Went
bleed, but
smooth?
it was stretched.
You didn't eat any lettuce or anything with it?
No, I had a steak and milk.
Talk about backing yourself up. Dairy backs you.
No, it doesn't.
All that cheese.
All I had was milk.
Milk.
I am real ready to go. Let's wrap this up.
Hit.
One last hit before we go.
Drug addicts.
Christina,
You know, you're a fucking drug addict. Let me see what's in your pocket. Don't talk about drugs.
Christina, I love you, and hopefully we'll continue that sleigh ride in the Bavarian Alps this evening before I sleep.
The Bulgarian Alps.
Bavarian.
You need to go to Bulgaria.
Bavarian Alps.
Steroid camp.
Being pulled by a giant reindeer,
You need some help.
and then going into a cottage drinking hot chocolate over an open fire.
All right, enough of you and that skank.
Hey, the goddess.
What's your goal this
There's
year?
only one. My goal is to have more challenge and tragedies come my way, and whatever
Live another year.
go balls out, and whether live or die, I'm going to go balls out.
That's great. Great. So prepare for Leonard's funeral.
And
Everybody
I-
save up for your
and I'm
plane
prepared.
tickets down to Delray.
I'm prepared for
Send
eternity
them off good.
with Christina.
Where do you want us to bury you? Do you have a plot anywhere?
Yeah, you can throw me in the canal behind the house.
Body donated to
We can
science.
bury him in that spot where he always pisses.
Good idea. No
We'll
cremation.
cremate you, and then we'll sprinkle your ashes in that spot.
I'm getting cremated. You ain't putting me in no
Me
box.
too, yeah. Cremate me, man.
What if you come back alive and you're in that box?
Use my ashes as fertilizer for some of those good plants.
Take my ashes to Boston's, have a couple cold ones, and then walk over to the beach.
What about you, Andrew? How do you want us to send you for?
I don't know. Once I'm dead, I don't
Fuck
give
New
a shit.
Year's resolution. We talking about dying.
You should. We're all going to
Once
die.
I'm a corpse, give a shit. I'm
That's
dead.
true.
Yeah, but nobody really knows, not only the afterlife, nobody really knows as a corpse, if you, like Jay said, if you can come back in another world or in a
Why
box.
don't we cryogenically freeze you?
I'm
How
all
about we
for
just
it.
freeze his nuts?
I'm all for it.
You know, before Emma went in the hospital, I told her that we had set up the squat rack in Lenny's backyard and that we wanted to film her repeatedly kicking Lenny in the balls while he was chained to the rack.
She's all for
She
it.
said, I'm good with that.
So when she gets out,
Ball kicks.
That can be part of her rehab.
How many ball kicks do you think you could take before
Part of her
you
physical
said your safe
therapy,
word?
Getting her legs back into shape. Yeah.
kicking Lenny in the
How
balls.
long till you use your safe
That's
word?
a good question. I kicked since high school. Girl kicked me. Her name's Maritza.
No, we're talking repeated ball kicks in a spread position where your nuts are just vulnerable and ready.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, there's no way.
If you guys ever watch ball kicking videos, there's guys that could just take it.
They like it.
Repeated.
Why would I
Yeah.
want to
Are
watch
they
ball
naked?
kicking
Yeah.
videos?
So there's nothing there. There's no cup.
No.
Did you just Google random shit like that?
I want to
See,
see.
that's how you see it is when some demented fuck sends you that weird shit.
I want to see a guy take a strap.
No
See-
cup, nothing?
No.
No, they take like 30 kicks to the nuts.
Well, a cup would hurt too anyway.
I've heard
Cup doesn't
guys
do
pay
shit.
dominatrix to cut their dick off in their balls. Actually, there was a guy with a beard.
my
He looked like Santa Claus. It was in the regular newspaper in the Post 10 years ago. He was in the backwoods of Kentucky. He looked like Santa Claus, and guys were going there to have this guy cut their balls off
Yeah, some guys have
Domination style.
castration fetishes.
by a guy that looked like Santa Claus in the backwoods.
Usually cucks.
You can't undo that.
Right, like how are you going to go to the bathroom?
What if you just
No, a castration is just testicles are removed.
That's a lot
He
of.
said dick, he said cock and balls.
Well, most of those guys are vegans. Vegans are sick, and you get sick in the head from that. Lifestyle.
That's like a cuck's ultimate fantasy, to be
You're
castrated
not
so that
getting
he's
the proper
sexually
fucking
worthless.
nutrients.
Exactly, but those vegans are those real perverts. They're all screwed up sexually.
Okay, now that we're done calling everybody out.
Most vegans are child molesters, high sugar eaters. They've done a
Most
study.
child molesters are homosexual.
Yes, shows the benefits of that lifestyle. Exactly. They don't point that up, do they? But they want their rights.
Just like in
their
the,
rights?
just like in,
Homosexuals.
just like in
They
the,
do.
yeah,
They
just
will
like
get
in-
their rights.
Just like in the Catholic Church, they go become priests.
Yeah. Well, in 20 years, they will get their rights.
No, child molesters are going to use the same thing the homosexuals used.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to say, I was born this way. I can't help it. Don't be a bigot.
And they actually say it's beneficial for a child to have
Mentally
sex with an
ill.
adult. They believe that.
Yeah, but they used to think homosexuality was mental illness.
Yeah.
I think there's a misfiring in the brain somewhere that makes you want men or makes you want children. And that eventually with laser, they'll be able to just sever
Maybe
that.
it's nature's way of not allowing these defectives to reproduce.
Because it's definitely something in the brain misfiring to make
The
you.
pedophile.
Of course, a lot of it could be traced to porn addiction that progresses. When people look at porn, they look at the Playboy and they get Sports Illustrated swimsuit, then they go to Playboy.
Yeah, but I
It's
never
like a
look
gateway
at young
drug.
girls in porn. I always Google MILF. Big tit MILF anal. That's my go-to.
Yeah, they have categories. You just click on what you want. You don't just go,
You know what I noticed when you're Googling porn?
Brown and brown.
Yeah. That's it.
No matter what you're looking for, if you just throw big tits in there in front of it, like big tits anal, big tits MILF, big tits blowjob, just throw big tits in front of it and it makes it better. It's like an enhancer.
Yeah, because there's big tits.
Yes!
Not flat-chested
Yeah.
women that look like little girls, right?
It's like dipping your steak in a sauce. It just makes it better.
Right on that note, let's get out of here.
All right,
Before we
great.
get fucking deeper down.
Good night, Christina. I love you. I'll pray for you at midnight.
Good night, Dale.
Good Night Moon.
Good
Wait,
night.
you guys never read that book when you were a kid?
What is it?
Good Night Moon, kids book.
Talking about Rod's father.
Yeah, that's what they call him, Moon.
Good night.
All right, we're saying good night to my father. Good night, Moon.
That's a Freudian slip, Rod. He didn't give you what you wanted for Christmas.
Of
You didn't
course.
get what you wanted for
Of
Christmas,
course,
Rod.
we always got shit. Nah, he's a good guy.
We gotta
I'm
pack up
joking.
some orders.
All right, we gotta pack up.
Yeah,
orders.
actually-
you want to pack some t-shirts?
Yeah, actually, a guy called said that he's waiting on his T-shirts he ordered. He's a track. He's actually wants to wear one of the shirts at a U.S. Olympic trial track meet. He's going to wear my shirt. Call me this afternoon.
All right,
I gotta go.
All right, there you go.
good night.